All right, everyone. Welcome to the JK podcast, the only podcast that doesn't fire up the analysis machine.
JK.
And hello, everyone. I'm Josh Brandman, joined by
Ken O'Connor.
And we are recording the JK podcast September 17th at 9:57 and 37 seconds at night. And this is episode 50, so we've been, hyping it up. Sort of, not really.
Not
the
at
big
all.
5-0. The big 5-0 though, so we expect some gifts. No, I don't know. But we do have a special thing for this episode because it is the 50th and we started doing guest stuff. We got our guest who's already up on the screen. Ken, I wasn't sure actually if you wanted to
Oh goddamn, I forgot to do that again.
What?
We did that with Thomas too.
But we got our great friend Mr. Fong to join us.
Hello,
Sir.
shouldn't you introduce Kenny first?
What?
Never mind.
Josh did it in
He's
kind
the
of
co-host.
Josh did it kind of in a weird way, but it's fine. It's fine.
Why?
Because you didn't read the script line for line. First of all, you didn't mention being live on Twitch, and then you're supposed to mention the guest.
You didn't mention Kenny at all.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
Did you?
No, Fong, you didn't hear me because it's the muted part.
He can't hear you at all.
Yeah, Josh said, I'm
yeah.
Josh Brandon, and I said, I'm Ken O'Connor, and then, yeah.
I paused to let him say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because usually it's the other way around. But anyway,
All right.
I thought it was fine.
We still,
we
still
are
have to
live
say,
on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. All that good stuff. If you look at the screen, you can follow us at our respective things. And if you follow Fong, good luck. But yeah, so we got Fong on for the 50th episode, so it should be pretty fun. We're mainly going to talk about, always, of course, what we're playing, what we're watching, but also
oh my God, what are you doing?
emphasize Apple and Nintendo and all that stuff. So look forward to it. So yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
doing
that's pretty
the, you're not doing the intro again.
I thought that was fine.
It was decent.
That's what actual podcasts do. So
Wow.
Yep. So hi, Fong. How are you?
Yes, for those of you
Good, how are you?
who don't know Fong is a just how are you? For those of you who don't know, Fong is a longtime friend of me and Josh's. He's actually our third co-host on the 3-Star Dragon Ball Buddies podcast, which is making a comeback now after 2 episodes in a row. Big news over there. And
Right.
we actually recorded an episode earlier today. It's live on YouTube right now, youtube.com/KindKingo1. If you
Yeah, you got that up quick.
Yeah, that's true. I
Well,
was gonna say it's up very punctual.
If we
very
can
nice.
if we can keep doing it that consistently on Sundays, I'll get it up right on Sunday when we're done with recording each time.
That
That worked out very well, so. Because usually we record at night, like around 10 p.m. This will be done by midnight, and then I won't touch it until like a day or two later.
Yeah.
Just because it's so late. But yeah, Fong, tell the people about your lovely self.
I like Dragon Ball, and I'm here to not talk about Dragon Ball,
Ooh.
so this will go well.
Oh,
Right.
you have much more to talk about than that.
Fong is also a self-proclaimed, by that I mean self-proclaimed by me, master of like any fighting game that you'd play under the sun.
Absolutely. Only the ones I care about, which are
Right.
like,
Capcom and Street Fighter,
yeah.
Smash if that counts.
Yeah.
And
Do you not like Tekken, Fong?
I'm not a big fan of it. No, it's not my kind of game.
Is
I
it
thought Tekken's always kind of boring. Maybe it's the characters, like they don't have anything flashy.
They're named Paul and shit, which is really boring.
like regular names?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of boring.
Lars.
you know,
This dude named
it-
Lars.
Average Joes.
Is
Yeah.
there a character named Joe?
No, but
Oh.
it might as well be.
Everything average except for Joe. Sort of. Anyway.
Anyway.
So
So,
Fong's the man.
Fong's
And
our
he's
ge-
joining us.
yes.
He's going to give us some new insight, so hopefully you guys like that. And if you really want him back, we can maybe bring him back. We might have
If
to
you don't,
twist
I'm
his
sorry.
arm, but yeah.
Well, we should go through a couple guests first before we start having returning guests. Otherwise, it's just going to be the 3-Star Dragon Ball Buddies JK. Where you start listening for the 3-Star Dragon Ball Buddies, and then you get a joke out of it.
It's true. But yeah, fine. All right, Fong, you'll be back in like another half a year.
Never.
Okay. Close enough.
All right, so Josh, I see on the docket here you wrote solo reaction vid. How was the experience? Question from Little Timmy in Idaho.
Correct. Secretly, I am Little Timmy from Idaho. But I thought as something of an intro, we talked about last time how we were doing reaction videos and a little bit about that. So I know that we are going to talk about the most recent Nintendo one, but you did also put up a reaction video to that. So I don't know if you wanted to plug that really quick at all.
Sure. Yeah, I did a reaction to the September 13th Nintendo Direct. It was a long Direct. I didn't think about how long it was going to be when I sat down to record it, but it was...
right, it was longer than E3.
Yeah, it was 45 minutes long, so it's nearly an hour of me sitting there like an asshole reacting to things.
Honestly, though, I'm curious because it was different, okay, so I had it on in the background while I was like doing work the other day, and just as I was curious what it was going to be like, and I don't know, I feel like it's noticeably different when it's only one person versus two or something.
It is more. Because I think that there's less eyes to notice things, and there's less people to play jokes off of and whatnot.
Right.
I think we fed off each other's hype during the E3 one that we did, and you could see it in our reactions and putting hands on legs and shit like that. I don't know. There's just a lot more going on. Watching the 45-minute one, if the entire Direct was just Pokemon, Mario, and more things I probably cared about, I would have been a lot more active. Because the parts where I do get excited and start oh my god, what's this? Are the things I really cared about. Not to say there's not a lot of things I didn't care about in the Direct, just the E3 one was much more focused towards what you and me enjoy, I think, too. So I think it's different. It's very different, but I enjoyed doing it still. It was cool. I managed to avoid spoilers the entire day up until I got to record it, which I was proud with, so...
All right, well, cool.
Yeah.
You were touching each other's legs during that?
There was one...
Touching our own legs.
No, there was one moment that I think I put my hand on Josh's leg in the video.
Oh, that is true. He did that.
Yeah.
That was not consensual. No, but,
Wow!
Yeah. No.
But yeah, no, that video is doing well too. As compared to my other videos, that one's already at 84 views, so definitely not the E3 level we got last time, but that's still pretty decent for not advertising that video at all either. Just
also to be fair, people get more hyped about E3 as opposed to random Nintendo Direct that some people don't necessarily have on their calendar or on their radar.
Exactly.
Well, there's that wonderful thumbnail you put up with it.
That's right.
What was it like making that?
The thumbnail for this video or the E3 video?
The reaction video that you just put out.
Oh, I took an image where I looked silly and I put pictures of...
Exactly. I was like, that's a reaction video thumbnail.
It is.
That's exactly what that is.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it. You're just
I'm totally,
mind blown.
I'm totally leaning into the curve there. If you notice, the live is all in caps. There's an excellent...
No, it would have been better if before any of that Nintendo Direct nonsense that you wrote, right before that, you had, oh my god, Mario Odyssey Switch bundle? Question mark, exclamation point, Nintendo Direct.
No, man. That's giving too much away. It's, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. Nintendo Direct 2013.
Yeah, see, that's where you messed up. You should have done that.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware. No, because I don't want to be too clickbaity like those people. I'm not like that.
But you gotta reel them in. Get it? Clickbait.
Razzle dazzle.
Right. That's right. Anyway.
All right.
So
we say all that to say, Josh, what have you been playing?
Yeah, we've only said all of that just to build up the hype for what I've been playing.
It's all part of the intro.
Right. So, okay, so we've both been playing Splatoon 2.
This is true.
We've talked about that at length, so there's really nothing too new. We'll talk about the new Splatoon stuff from the Direct stuff.
Yep, that's a good idea.
So we don't need to talk about any of that. Still fun game, whatnot. I've been playing Pokemon Moon again, trying to pick that up and finish that because I've got the hype right now for Pokemon Gold and Silver coming to the eShop in literally 4 days. Ooh. So I already literally did the pre-purchase thing.
I gotta do that.
I've got it ready to go, so I'm excited. You can literally download the whole entire thing, and then it just enables you to play it or something. I don't know. I've never really done it before.
Both versions?
Yeah. And then as a little bonus, they give you a code for a theme on your 3DS. So I have a Pokemon Silver theme, which is literally just Johto Pokemon on the bottom screen in the background, and then Lugia's face at the middle one. And then I'm assuming Gold is the exact same thing with Ho-Oh. Is that your 3DS turning on?
Yes.
Wow.
I heard him open it up.
Oh, God.
Ratcheting.
Well, yeah, so I've been doing that. Pretty good game, except, always the problem when you play old games like that, or the second version of games, I always try and pick, Pokemon that I didn't pick in the first one, but then I also try and get strategic. So it makes it actually really difficult because it's a very limited Pokemon pool. Because then I also want to use Alola Pokemon only, so it's like really difficult at the moment because my team is pretty garbage. But yeah, so that's going well. Also, another old kind of game blast from the past, sort of. Magikarp Jump. I officially beat it.
Ooh.
I didn't
How do you
get to the
define
max.
beating it?
Well, basically, I beat all of the leagues to where now they've officially said the end when you beat it.
Okay.
Which is the Master League, which is like the 10th one. So they're capping it at 10. And basically, they give you then this last item to basically increase your Magikarp, like not infinitely, but like up to an extra 100% by paying into this machine that sits there on the top corner of your map or layout pond or whatever.
Interesting.
And so like literally to level it up once costs like 2 million, and then it keeps like exponentially getting higher. So I've been just casually going on collecting my coins, feeding it into that thing because what the heck, I guess. I've got 150% coin Magikarp again. I'm just sitting there doing that. So I don't know. I mean, basically it looks like it's over. I don't think there's any updates for it anymore.
I was into that for such a long time, trying to catch up because you had maxed out before the update came out, and I was trying to catch up to that point. I was like, I can't do it anymore. I stopped.
Yeah, I mean, I'm following. I think you stopped too, right?
Oh, I stopped a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I mean, some of my friends from college were also playing it, so I was like, haha, yeah. But so, I don't know. It's just always one of those things that I can just quickly check on my phone anyway. So it's still what I don't spend time I don't spend like a half hour sitting there. I just spend like literally 1 minute clicking the ones that give me coins, closing out. Like,
Well,
so.
you can't spend a half hour sitting there because like you can't because not enough things to do for half an hour.
Oh, I could do something for like literally. I can just keep leveling up new carps because I have so much percentage on the thing that like I can finish them that fast. But because like I've literally maxed out every single food available and every training available to the max level of 100.
All the food too.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So that's when I say like I beat the game. Like I can't do anymore. But yeah. So also the Magikarp Jump Reddit is slowing down because of it, because it used to be like a daily question thread. Now it's a weekly question thread, and I think that's the death of Reddit subreddits. So
are you like the headmaster there since you know everything?
No, on that one I just read. I lurk.
Josh puts on his wizard robes and goes to check the mail.
Right. No, I put on my Mayor Carp shirt and shorts and kind of stroll.
That's great, actually.
But anyway, so yeah, there's that little game. But also the really cool, exciting one I wanted to save to last, which I guess we're going to talk about also in the Nintendo Switch Direct thing, or just Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
But I've been playing on the Switch the demo of Project Octopath Traveler. Kind of weird name, but it is a working title, so I kind of hope they change it a little bit.
I was telling my buddy Tom from work, like, hey, did you see Octopath Traveler? And he responded, no, I don't play Splatoon, remember?
Yeah, see, I mean, it's true. It's a weird name, but I mean, I guess it makes sense because there's 8 paths, so Octo. But like,
oh shit, 1,000 bits from Snap-on Tom 88.
Oh, yo, that kid.
Then he did the charity thing afterwards. Thomas,
thank you.
That's not how that works.
Thank you, Snap-on Tom 88.
Thank you,
so
buddy.
it doesn't go to charity, but for us, it is a charity. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Thomas. Sorry, Josh, I interrupted you.
No, it's fine. Octopath Traveler, it's actually a really cool game. They've hyped it up into like what's called 2D HD, which is essentially like an 8-bit, 16-bit, I guess 16-bit looking art style, but thrown into like HD in the sense where like lighting and other things come into play that are like of a modern game. So it's kind of a weird in between. But yeah, it's actually a really cool game. I feel like RPG's got some cool new battle system elements, like this break system and kind of like super effective attacks that kind of get listed on their thing, and you weaken their armor, then break it. Like it's pretty interesting how the system works. So
it's similar to that of it's like Bravely Default.
Right. I mean, it's the makers of Bravely Default.
Yeah. So the whole thing of holding back an attack to do a powerful attack, that's very Bravely Default-esque.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so a lot of people really love it so far, and it's a free demo right now for foreseeable future until it comes out. So it's like if you got a Switch, download it, try it out. What the heck? And you can play as 2 of the 8 people. Try it out through the first like boss, and then it's like, oh, thanks for playing, essentially. But I thought it was really fun. So I actually like it. Everyone should check it out, kind of deal.
I definitely want to try that.
Yeah, so that's all I've been playing really lately. So What's up with you, Mr. Fong? What you been playing?
Oh well, I've been playing a phone game called Digimon
Nice.
Heroes,
Woo!
and it's very bad.
Hmm.
Go on.
Well, what do you do?
It's a phone game through and through. It's one of those gachapon games. I don't know if you've played
like
those.
Puzzles and Dragons?
Yes, it's exactly like that.
Oh.
You pull from a little,
Yeah.
gacha machine. You get
Can
your
you get a
dudes.
legendary, huh?
Yep. Except in this game, it's such a pain. Because they usually have the JRPG structure of you're leveling dudes up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
In this game, you can't level dudes up through experience, through like going into battles and stuff. You have to monitor them and tap level up whenever a thing fills up, or you have to feed other dudes into them. That's the only way to do it. So it's very slow.
So it's actual monitoring though. It's not more of an automatic game.
Yeah, you have to actually monitor it, which I think is I think that's how the original Digimon little pet things worked.
It sounds like Tamagotchi, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now the Digimon in the game, are they the original, the Gen 1 Digimon?
It's everything, dude. It's insane. I haven't heard of all these things. There's some Jupitermon.
Yeah,
Chaos
do they still
Mon.
end them all with Mon?
Yes.
Okay, because I never got into Digimon, but I knew that was the one thing.
There's a Demon. Get it? He's a demon. Demon.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And there's Devi Demon.
Yes.
I watched all of the first and second generations of Digimon, then I fell off. And I watched all the movies too, so I know a little bit. And I've been trying to get into Digimon Tri, that reunion thing.
Yeah, I tried to do that too, and that didn't work out because it was pretty terrible.
Yeah, I'm happy with the first episode, and I stopped. I'll try again someday. I don't know.
It's really boring. It's unfortunate.
I hear it gets so much better, but that first
anime.
Yeah, what they did for the anniversary was they made a brand new anime with the original characters from the first Digimon series.
I think I saw a preview for that.
They're not all grown up, but it's years later. They're all in high school now, and it's
right.
they return to the Digimon world and whatnot. But
right, so it's not good.
I haven't got through the first episode yet. That'll tell you something.
I mean, I heard there was a video game a few years ago that wasn't half bad actually for Digimon for PS4 or something.
The Digimon Detective game was apparently really good.
Yeah, I think that's the one. But
the show is more teen drama than it is about little monsters killing each other.
So
That's
far,
what I go for.
Well, anything else, Fong, that you've been playing?
That's really it.
Fong, you've played a bunch of these phone games though, haven't you?
Yes.
What happened to weren't you playing a One Piece Treasure Cruise or something like that? No,
no, I was playing
Dragon Ball Z one.
Now, what happened with that one? Are you still playing that, or that one?
Oh yeah. So the thing is, I got bored with it.
Okay.
In that my stuff is too good to the point where I don't actually have anything to do. Sort of like Josh's problem.
It's like Josh's Magikarp.
Yeah. Except they will eventually bring more stuff out. I'm just waiting for it.
Uh-huh.
So in the meantime, that's why I started this Digimon game up.
Gotcha.
Does it have any Dragon Ball Super stuff in it?
Yes, it does.
That's kind of cool, actually.
It's actually pretty up to date. The week Vegito Blue, first fused and stuff, it was in the game in 2 days. It's kind of ridiculous.
That's great, actually.
Yeah.
Cool. Nothing else you've been playing though? No console stuff, no PC stuff, no Hearthstone.
I've been playing Hearthstone.
Well, there you
all
go.
The time. That's a game. I don't know. I'm kind of bored with the meta already. It's unfortunate.
When
they just put out a
interesting so far. Yeah.
When's the next expansion or update or something?
Not even announced. So
December or November. So it's we've got a ways to go.
That's at the earliest, I think.
Jeez. Yeah. All right. I guess me.
What about you, Mr. Ken?
I've been playing basically the same game, just on 2 different consoles. Destiny 2 and Splatoon 2, basically the exact same game. They both involve shooting and playing with other players and getting loot. So yeah, they're pretty much the same game. Destiny 2.
I feel like you could say that then a lot of games.
Well, that's just been the joke on the channel lately that they're the same game. So
fair enough.
Yeah, but Destiny 2 is very good. I hated Destiny 1. If you go back and listen to the very first episode of the JK podcast, or I think it was the first or second episode, I ranted about Destiny 1 for quite some time. I thought it was a broken game, had no story. It was just nothing but grinding for the sake of not getting anything. Like, you play a PvP, and the person who came in last would be rewarded a legendary item, and the rest of the team get nothing because it was random. Like, shit like that. And so I was against Destiny 2. I was not going to buy it. And then the night it came out, that midnight, my brother got it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to watch him play for like a couple hours and see what happens. I was sucked in immediately, and I went out and bought the game the next day. So I kind of I caved real quick on that. It's fun.
I hear it's really good.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's essentially an MMO. That's the way they've always been. First-person shooter MMO. You pick like your class, and then each class has 3 different subclasses. So a good amount of customization this time. There actually is a story now, which is really good. The music's actually a lot better. They simplified all the leveling up mechanics, and it's a lot more fun. So I've been playing a lot this week, more so than anything else. I kind of dropped Mario and Rabbids to play Destiny 2 because I thought that would be doing Splatoon 2 and Mario for a while, and then Destiny 2 came out and just like blew everything else away. So it's good though. They just released the first raid for Destiny 2. It's apparently really hard. I haven't even attempted it yet because I'm not nearly close to the power level for that raid yet, but I'll be doing that in the near future hopefully. So that's real good.
Very nice.
And of course, Splatoon 2, same game as Destiny 2. Slowly been doing different stuff in that. We're going to talk about it more later during the direct because we did the new stuff the other night, you and me, Joshy, which is all good.
Yep.
All right, that's about it for the what have we been playing section. It's that little lull period now between like now and like the holiday season. Like come October, we have Mario Odyssey coming out.
That's not even holiday season, which is really surprising to me. Like I thought for sure that was a November release. But then when they gave that release date of October, then I was like, oh my god.
Well, I think they want to get it out, so they like built up
for Xenoblade to have space that I think.
Yeah, well, space between those two and the fact that Mario Odyssey comes out it's basically November. It comes out the first. Like it's the last weekend of October.
Oh, it's 27, right?
Yeah. So it's at the very
in my head, I keep thinking 17th.
No. It's at the very end of October, so it's right out for November, which is closer to the holiday.
Yeah.
And they're also coming out with that bundle with the Switch. So
Stop.
I'm not going more into it. That's all there is. There's nothing more.
Yeah, but that was the announcement for the other section.
We have more to talk about for Odyssey than just it's coming with the Switch. There's other stuff with it.
Blood red Joy-Con.
You just said not. Oh my god.
JK.
You can't spoil news that's already been out there.
Exactly. Thank you, Fong.
So true. Anyway.
Yeah. Like, Assassin's Creed comes out the same day as Mario Odyssey.
Well, no one will be playing Assassin's Creed. No, honestly, it's kind of a different audience. Partially because both are not for the same system.
I don't know. I think shirtless Mario is going to win everyone over.
But isn't it Black Assassin Creed guy?
I don't think he's black.
He's black?
Isn't? Wait, what am I?
Okay, wait, stop the show. Stop the show. Assassin's Creed Origin Assassin.
Did you see the collector's edition that costs $1,000?
For Assassin's Creed?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It comes with a really nice statue, though.
But it's $1,000.
That's the same as the iPhone I'm getting.
Yeah, but you're going to use your iPhone.
Okay,
I wouldn't watch Assassin's Creed video so you don't have to play it.
I wouldn't say he's black, but he is rather dark.
Doesn't it take place in like Egypt or something?
Yeah, he's Egyptian.
Yeah, okay.
Which I guess is technically African, but
see,
yes, no, it is.
It's literally in Africa.
I wouldn't say black though.
Right, he's African. The African Assassin's Creed. All right, this sounds bad. All right, so anyway.
Yeah, well, we're experts on this. So.
All right, let's mosey on over to movies and TV.
As we stumble over to movies and TV, yes.
Yeah, I just tripped and fell.
Pretty much.
There's been no Adventure Time receiving universe, has there? No.
Actually, new Adventure Time this upcoming week.
Really?
Right.
Checking.
Something about Bubblegum's backstory or something?
Ooh. We're on season 8 now. That link still brings me to season 7. Oh wait, we're season 9 now.
I saw something alerted me to that fact, but we'll check on it. We'll talk about it next time. Don't worry
September 17th. We have today.
Oh,
One, two,
fair
three.
enough.
Yeah. Okay, 4 new episodes just came out today.
Well, we didn't watch it, so
Crap. I wish I'd known that.
see, I saw some sort of ad thing today for it. So
Yeah, so we have 4 new episodes today. We'll talk about those in the next episode. And Steven
Yeah.
Universe is still MIA after
Yeah.
it's been gone since May, so who knows.
Yeah, no one cares.
All right, but quickly in the anime corner, Joshy,
Right.
you caught up on One Piece?
Right, I watched the episode this morning.
What'd you think?
Fat Luffy and Nami making it rain.
I love Fat Luffy because he's only fat above the waist.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Like if you look at his legs and
The
where
man has like the roundest stomach ever, and then he's got like these gigantic neck rolls.
well, yeah,
it's
he can stretch.
Somewhat disgusting,
He
but
can-
it's great.
He can stretch to accommodate those.
I just love how the fact that he's at one point admitting to Nami that he's full, and then Nami's like, "Well, we'll just keep eating them all," and then he's like,
This is another great example of what the anime is doing that the manga didn't do. So again, remember I tell you how this entire cracker fight has been completely like in the anime only.
Mhm.
So the last time we saw Luffy and Cracker fighting in the manga, they were just starting to fight. And then it cuts to this scene now where Luffy has like gotten huge and like they kind of explain what happened through dialogue. We never saw any of this though. So
Right,
the fact
it is
that
cool to see.
the fact we're seeing it is amazing. And they mention how Nami uses her rain to soften the biscuits, which is that's how it is in the manga. The whole dipping them in the river, the flavored rivers to give them more taste to make it easier for Luffy. That's completely new.
Yeah, sorry, Fong. I know you're like,
Yeah, so Fong, right now in
Confused.
One Piece,
Does
Luffy.
the dude need Cracker?
yeah. Right, I didn't think of it in that context. Oh my god, no.
Okay, Fong, they're fighting a villain right now. Who every one of her
Like this is a Food Kingdom place.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So his name is Lord Cracker, Minister of Biscuits.
Well, of course. The
And-
Cracker's on top.
Yeah,
And
you know. No, but yeah,
His power is the Bis fruit, so he can make infinite biscuits.
the
And
man literally claps his hands, and then a biscuit soldier just comes out.
yeah, he makes like warriors out of biscuits that are hardened and really good. So Luffy, the only way for him to beat them at this point is to eat them alive.
It's been interesting, but Luffy has gotten gigantic and full. But we shall see. It's kind of a cool episode.
Yeah.
Also, the only other thing was then like Sanji getting healed through science, and then Chopper and Carrot lifting up their shackles and running at the speed of light somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Oh,
good.
I love. Oh, it was actually really funny when they were running, and they ran by this one mirror with a very bizarre looking lady putting on lipstick,
Uh-huh.
and she started freaking out and drew on her face.
Yeah, yeah.
It was pretty great, actually.
That's a
Yeah.
classic.
Yes.
The only thing I'm mad is the preview for next week. I thought was
Right.
they were going to end this episode with what that scene spoils.
They did in the preview.
Well, yeah, but I thought it was going to be part of
No,
the episode.
I know. So yeah,
Yeah.
I did watch that, and so I'm very excited for next episode. But
Yeah, I'm just mad that because I told you not to watch the preview for this episode,
right,
and then yeah,
so I won't be surprised necessarily, but I am excited to see.
yeah,
But yeah, so better One Piece stuff coming next week with
Yeah.
actual fighting as opposed to eating biscuits. yeah.
maybe a little of both. We should also plug here, Fong. You were on. We all recorded a episode of 3-Star Dragon Ball Buddies today. I mentioned that at the top of the show, but we all watched Dragon Ball Super, so that's anime.
That's right.
Yep.
Fong, do you watch any other anime besides Dragon Ball?
I watched One Punch Man.
One Punch. Josh,
Still gotta watch that.
you've
That's on
never
my
watched
list.
that? Oh, it's so good.
It's
On
a
my list
great
of
show.
things to watch. I know.
It's all on Netflix too, I think.
Yeah,
And
it's a
then-
nice short 12 episode series.
Yeah, you'll.
And then the people from that made that Mob Psycho 100 anime, which my brother like swears by is like incredible.
Mob
So,
Psycho is actually amazing. I agree with that.
I mean,
haven't
that's an
seen that.
ongoing. That's ongoing right now. So I mean, my brother's watching that one and Hunter, not Hunter, whatever that My Hero Academia.
Yes,
All
which I
that.
know, Ken, you're obsessed with.
it's so good. It has no right
I-
to be that good.
I have to start it.
Yeah, that's also on my thing to watch. So yeah, I got to get on that.
Yeah, Fong, you would like My Hero Academia. It's very, very good.
Isn't it kind of like superhero based?
Well, yeah,
like
it's in a world. I gave you like a recap. Remember, it's like
No, yeah.
it's in a world where every single person is born
Right, they
with,
have
with a quirk. So you can have like bionic eyes. You can see for miles away. You can be super
Yeah,
strong.
so they're like superheroes.
Yeah, but like some people have quirks that are just like, oh, I can levitate small objects.
Ooh, I like that. It's like Peridot.
Yeah.
That's what I like about One Punch Man. There's so many weirdos.
Yeah.
Tank Top Tiger.
Wait, Josh.
Yes, yes.
Josh, you know nothing about One Punch Man?
Is it literally a wild tiger with a tank top on?
No, it's not. But there's a Tank Top family. You should watch the show.
I will.
Josh, he trained so hard he went bald.
Is that what it was?
Yep. That's the only explanation they give.
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Cousin Thomas. We gotta watch that soon, man. Oh, good call by Jacob with Vape Nation.
Yo,
But yeah.
H3H3, love them.
Oh God, no.
Whoa.
What?
Do you not like H3H3?
Yeah, no, I really don't like him that much.
Why not?
I fell off.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay, both of you, explain yourselves.
I
Fong,
don't
you
think
first.
he's funny.
I used to like his videos when they were funny, and now they're not funny and they're shitty.
You didn't think that Whiteface was funny?
I didn't watch it because I'm like, I don't care anymore.
They did a video recently where there was a video in Europe where this woman was talking about how like blackface is still a thing, but it's called digital blackface, where if you use an emoji that is black and you yourself are not black, you're committing blackface.
Mm.
So he responded by, fine, to make sure I'm not committing digital blackface. He took like the whitest of white paint and painted his entire face white. Like, there, I'm digital white facing. Or I guess you can consider this digital Jew facing. I don't know. Please don't sue me.
Oh God. See, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of those random social experiment, fight the power people.
I don't know. They're doing the Lord's work, if you ask me. They just raise a shit ton of money for the hurricane relief funds as well. So,
Well, that's good.
yeah, no, they do some good work.
It's also tax deductible.
It is. Keep those receipts,
But, yeah.
folks.
It's true. Send them to your accountant.
All right. So besides anime, Josh, what else have you been watching?
So my normal thing lately now is either Netflix, which I guess now includes the One Punch Man, so maybe I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Amazon Prime Video or whatever stuff. Like they have that like temporary download feature, so you can watch offline. So what I've been doing is I download a whole bunch of episodes of a show I'm watching, and while I'm going to and from work on the subway, I end up trying to like watch an episode or two or something. And so the current flavor of the month is Veep. It's the show with Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld.
Wasn't that isn't that HBO exclusive?
No, oh, actually, it's HBO, but it's also currently, at least the first two seasons are on Amazon.
Okay,
Prime
that makes
Video.
sense. I'm like, they wouldn't put all the seasons up there, I don't think.
Right. But I mean, I'm on like the second episode of season 2 at the moment, something like that. But yeah, so it's like her as like the vice president. Pretty good at show, actually. I kind of like it. It's pretty funny, kind of accurate in some ways of politics and whatnot in terms of like inner workings of things.
I see commercials for all the time on HBO, like during Game of Thrones and stuff like that. And
I actually think it's pretty funny.
I love her. I think she's a very talented and funny
Right.
actress, and
Right.
they do a fun play on politics. I'm all down for that. So
I think you'd like it. I think people would actually like it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. I mean, there's not that much to spoil because I mean it just keeps evolving or whatever. But like, I think it's pretty good. So that's my latest show that I've been watching. I mean, I don't remember anymore what I talked about. I mean, I finished watching Breaking Bad and stuff like that.
oh, you
so-
finished it?
Right.
What'd you think?
Oh man,
Oh,
I was talking about it with one friend of mine the other day from law school, and we came to the consensus of like it makes sense that it would have ended that way.
Well,
or else it
yeah.
would kind of leave this message of like you can do all this and get away with it with no repercussions technically. So I think the ending was proper, but it did catch me off guard at the time.
okay.
But
Now
it was very good.
here's the big question: what do you think happened to Yule,
Who in the world is Yule?
the big black guy?
Oh, Huel.
He was told to wait in that room.
You know, you never say the H sound. You only say it with a Y. But
Huel.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So what do you think happened to him? He was left in the hotel room.
Yeah,
And Hank
right.
said, "I'll come back for you. Don't leave this room until
Right.
I do."
There's no way that
Hank
man
never
is starved.
Hank never came
That
back.
man can find food. I think he has a way.
There's a meme online, I'm sure you'll start seeing now, where when people are waiting for something, they just post Yule sitting on the bed waiting because he's still there to this day.
Oh God, that's true. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, that's the one plot hole they didn't address. What happened to Yule?
Well,
Now,
good show though.
now-
I do understand the hype. I see it. I still don't know of the whole, like, how did people discover it to make it the hype? That's still a mystery to me. I guess it's promotional stuff too, like the Game of Thrones stuff or whatever. But like, it's a good show. Very well written. Very compelling.
Thank you, Mr. Pan17, for subbing for the 3rd month in a row. Much appreciated, buddy.
Ooh.
You will have to find him yourself. Ha ha ha.
Pronounced like how you say his name. Yeah.
It's Yule.
Huel.
Yule.
Huel.
Fuck.
Yes.
Huel.
Thank you.
Heel. It sounds like
Right.
it sounds like a donkey, like braying.
Wow,
Heel.
it's like-
Heel.
Race.
No, it's not. It's how it sounds. How are donkeys racist?
Take that, donkeys.
Oh my god. All right, Josh. Now that you finished Breaking Bad, though, are you going to continue on to Better Call Saul? You think
It's on my list. We'll see.
it's all on
Right now, I'm on the Veep train.
It's all on Netflix, so add it to your Netflix queue.
It is on my watch list, or whatever they call it. So yeah, eventually it will get done. But I also seen Fong's thing. I mean, I'll let him talk about it, but that's still on my list. So I got a lot of stuff to watch still. But yeah,
Gotcha. All right,
That's it for
Fong.
me.
What have you been watching?
I've been watching Rick and Morty. The new episode on in an hour, and I hope we get done before then.
Oh, we're
Watch
not getting done before then. I'm warning you right now.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Cousin Thomas, for resubbing for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you, buddy.
hey, you just copied the other guy. No. Thank you very much, everyone, for the subs. Very much appreciated.
Much appreciated.
410. But yeah,
Yeah, but Fong, we're not finishing within an hour, I don't think, or half an
Well-
hour. Oh, we might be actually. Who knows?
within an hour, I think that's doable.
We haven't even talked about the 45-minute Nintendo Direct yet.
Well, we're not gonna make
Let's
it.
start right now.
Fong, what do you thought of this
We're
season?
almost there. So yeah.
What do you thought of this season so far, Rick and Morty?
It's great. I really like it.
It's really
I think
good.
I like it more than the other 2 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll go that far.
Some people were down on the first, like, the second episode, that, you know, the one after the premiere, not the,
The April Fool's premiere or the...
yeah. No, the second one, the Mad Max one.
Yeah, that one was okay.
Yeah, people were down on that, and I understand, because it was kind of but after that, it's great.
Yeah,
The Pickle Rick episode was somehow good.
Pickle Rick was amazing.
Like, it was just a meme beforehand, but it was actually, like, a really good episode
Yeah.
with character shit in it.
What did you think of the Vindicator episode?
Had character stuff in it. So it was really good.
Oh wow, the Ghost Train guy is gonna summon a Ghost Train. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, Rick and Morty's the best because Rick's just a dick. Well, the reason I got into the show, because it just, you know, the Doc Brown Marty dynamic of it.
Mhm.
And I just think it's funny that Doc Brown is screaming at Marty and being drunk and, you know, being a dick to him the whole time.
Yeah. No, it's a fantastic show. This season has felt a little off to me. I was kind of like, after the most recent episode, the Rick Lantis mix-up episode, that kind of restored my faith into like an overarching storyline. Because I felt like at the end of season 2, they were building up to a big plot line, which they delivered in the season 3 premiere, the Rick redemption episode, with all that stuff that happened. And then going to the Mad Max episode, it's like they felt like they went back a step and kind of like, oh, are we just forgetting about the story we're trying to tell now?
Well, they kind of undid a lot of the things with the season premiere.
Well,
Because
that's
he killed the Citadel and everything.
true, but now we're seeing the Citadel come back.
Yeah.
So, who knows? What's
I
your,
don't know.
What's your favorite episode this far? Yeah, Josh, you haven't watched it yet, but you're gonna absolutely love it. Again, it's really weird, it's really absurdist, but it's so good.
It's all good.
Last week's episode I thought was really good. I think it's my favorite so far.
Not counting the premiere, last week was my favorite.
It was just like I don't know, sci-fi episode. like lots of sci-fi tropes and stuff in it, but like done well. The factory worker, the ending to that plot was like very.
I did not see that coming, that they were going to like use him again. I thought he was just going to be dead and done, but it was also really interesting how they framed the episode. So I watched the previews each week for the episodes, and last week's preview, it showed like, come on, Morty, we're going to Atlantis. And they said like Rick and Morty on this time, on this blah, blah. And then after that little like bit, it's like, yay, we're back from Atlantis. We did it. Like, okay, it's going to be an Atlantis episode. I thought like that's all it's going to be. And that's the beginning and end of the episode. And you never see the trip.
Yep.
It was brilliant. It was like kind of trolly, but like it's such smart storytelling and such a good promotion for the episodes.
It would have been better if they didn't switch the titles, because originally it was called Tales from the Citadel.
Oh, was it?
Like, yeah.
I never saw that. I always saw the Rick Lantis mix-up.
Yeah, they like switched it last minute to Rick Landis mix-up. I was like, oh, okay, that's weird.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, I didn't know that. What's been your favorite obscure character this season?
The dude from the Vindicators.
Noob.
Yes, him.
God damn.
Yep.
Thanks, Noob. You're the only one I care about here. Such a good show. So hopefully we finish in time for you to catch the new episode, but I don't know.
I could find it on the internet in like half an hour after it's done.
It's weird. They've been streaming them on YouTube a lot. Like they haven't been getting taken down really. So like the next day it'll be up on YouTube. Yeah.
I mean, they do that. I saw there was actually a thing like a 24/7 Rick and Morty whatever stream. They've been doing that with like SpongeBob too.
Yeah, because it's weird because the streams don't get copyrighted until after the stream finishes.
So it just never finishes.
Oh.
Exactly.
It's the loophole.
And they host it on Chinese servers too, where you know how YouTube is about China and whatnot. So like they can't touch it. It's a weird thing that's been happening a lot lately.
Smart.
I guess. But yeah. Anything
It's like
else?
the final days of Justin TV.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's true.
Anything else, Fong, or is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it.
All right, cool. I'll briefly touch on these two right here. American Horror Story is back. This season is a cult. Very clown-heavy season so far. They're using the American the presidential like candidacy as like the plot point for this season. So it starts off on election night last year when Trump won, and that makes
What a horror story.
That's legit what's played as, because the main character, the female, she starts breaking down, she starts screaming and crying, like it's a little horror for her, and the events of the election, it causes all of her like phobias and fears to rise back up. So she has trypophobia, which is like that whole phobia. She has the clown phobia. She has a little bit of like agoraphobia. So like ever since Trump won, she doesn't feel safe. And now all her fears are coming back pretty much. So that's how they're framing this season. And at the same time, those who did support Trump are like in love with him. And now they're starting a cult of fear to like drive out people who don't belong in the country. And this season,
topical.
Exactly. And of course, it's really interesting how they're doing it. And they did a thing this season where usually each season of American Horror Story, there's a lot of like ghosts and demons and undead shit. They said to keep it different this year, there's no paranormal stuff at all in this season. So everything that's happening could actually happen. And it
is happening, and it's pretty scary by itself.
Exactly. No,
that's great.
It's a really disturbing scene in the very first like 10 minutes of the first episode where Trump wins, and the guy who's a fan of Trump starts like dry humping the TV that like celebrating. He goes into the bathroom, takes a bunch of Cheetos, puts them in a blender, blends the Cheetos, covers his face with the blended up Cheetos, and then pulls his hair back like the Trump style hair, and starts walking around in like imitating Trump with the Cheeto dust all over his face being orange.
I don't know about that. That's a little.
So that's they're pushing each end. Like that's the thing. They're not being like unfair to one side. They're putting both sides to the extreme. Like the woman, she is infuriating, and I'm enjoying her being like tortured by these other people because she's like as far left one way is. There's the far right as well. So they're showing both sides, and they're both just over the top and ridiculous. Billy, what's that name? Billy Eichmann? Billy on the Street.
Right.
He's in this. He's in this season.
I like him.
Yeah, he's great. He's only in the second episode so far, but he's really creepy and really cool.
Yeah, that's just him. That's not even like it's not acting. Yeah.
And I also watched South Park came back this week. Don't watch it. It was a bad episode. They're going back to a serial, like they've been trying to do the last 2 seasons have been a continuous storyline. I think this season they're going to stick to like each episode its own contained thing. And this first week's episode they tried blending 2 things together, one being the emergence of like Alexas and Google Homes and Siris. Oh shit, I said her name. Oh, she turned off. Okay. But that's the thing was in the episode, they're saying all these things like, hey, blah, 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 add this to my shopping cart. Hey, blah, blah, say this over and over again. And people's TVs around the country were reacting to what Cartman was saying on the episode.
That's really interesting, actually.
So people were getting like hairy testicle balls added to their shopping cart.
I don't know where you could buy them.
It didn't actually add them, but it added added the note to it. So a lot of people were saying the episode messed with their devices. They were trying to pair the devices with the Charlottesville riots and whatnot. It didn't work because they were because the Charlottesville rioters like in the show they were complaining that all their jobs were being taken by the the Alexas and all these stuff like that. So it's like, okay, how do we solve this problem? So they replaced all the Alexas and Google Homes with the rednecks. So literally the redneck just sits at the person's home with like a bunch of books and music around them and like, hey, Billy Bob, play like Bohemian Rhapsody. And like, okay, beep, beep. Is this the real life? Yeah, it was not a good episode. So
interesting.
But it's back and usually South Park is pretty good. So I'm hoping this is just a swing and a miss for the premiere. But it did not hit as well as I think they wanted it to.
Gotcha.
And then Josh, you and me both watched Bojack.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I think the last podcast, it didn't come out yet.
Yeah, it was like right before.
I mean, the thing is, we can turn this into like a 2-hour talking point. So
I mean, if you want to listen to us talk about Bojack, go watch me and Josh's Pokemon Platinum race.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I want to keep it very brief, at least for now. Especially since we got our guest Fong who doesn't watch it, so like
okay, so let's keep it under like a minute. What'd you think?
It was fantastic. The one problem I had with it is just it was only 12 episodes. Like I wish there were 25. Like it's just that good. Like the writing is great. I love all the voice actor people. Just everything about it, the feels, and it was kind of exactly the opposite of what we expected. We almost thought it was like building up Bojack and like this whole thing of like him trying to find himself again. Though surprisingly, he was very normal, and it was everyone else around him kind of falling apart or finding new things or whatever. So it turned very interesting. Everyone should watch it, and yeah, I think that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on most of those parts there. It went a completely different direction than I thought it was going to take. I didn't like it the first time through because I felt like it was very like. Really? Season 3 set us up for something completely different.
That's true.
And then when I didn't get that, I felt kind of jaded. And then by the end of the season, I'm like, okay, nothing really happened then.
I mean, there was so much to still appreciate.
Though. Yeah. Thank you, DT Robe just subscribed. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you for the subscription.
Much appreciated, D.
D-Trobe.
That's right.
Well, it's because his name on like Minecraft is D Turning Robe, so he's like shortened it down to DT Robe, I guess. I just call him D, honestly.
He's trying to be young and hip.
Exactly, because D's an old man. He's actually younger than all of us, so I shouldn't even talk. But yeah, so I felt a little jaded at first. This wasn't the way I thought the season would pan out, but I've rewatched it now, like I think like 5 times through the entire season. I've rewatched it, just having.
I just watched these things once, but
yeah. Well, here's the thing:
more dedicated, or have more time. I don't know.
The stuff with Bojack's mom, the first time through, you don't really get it fully. It's like you get it by the end, like it's emotional, but you don't understand everything fully. Once you know the twist of the season, and you go back and you start like watching things again, and the things that Bojack's mom is saying, it changes the dynamic completely. So Josh, when they're in the nursing home the first time visiting Beatrice, and when Hollyhock walks up, Beatrice says, "Oh, look at you, you're back."
Right.
Because I don't say the twist, but that makes more sense knowing what we know about Hollyhock by the end.
Oh.
And every time they mention Henry, like every time that she's talking to Hollyhock and Bojack's there, she says, don't listen to Beatrice, honey. She blah, blah, blah. Like, she would insult Bojack, but the insult's never actually applied to Bojack. It's to this, Henrietta person.
Which I find hilarious. Like, just the name Henrietta and how the fact that he's being called that. I don't know. Just, like, forgetting context of anything, I just think it's funny.
Yeah, no, I feel like when you go back and watch it with the twist in mind, it actually opens up a lot of things. Other character-wise, Todd had a great season this year. It feels like a sports team. Todd had a great season this year, but
that's right. We hope he can keep it up for next year.
Yeah. Oh,
he's got to sign a big contract.
Here's another thing of like cool at rewatching it. So that woman from the Better Business Bureau, the axolotl,
the
axolotl,
the what?
Axolotl.
What?
That's the kind of animal she is.
Oh no, I meant her. What is it? Asexual type.
Yes.
Right.
If you go back to the very first Todd episode where he goes to the meeting for the first time, she's at the meeting in the bar.
Oh.
So like that's how she knew he like when remember how she says it, like, so they've like known each other in passing without him realizing it.
Right.
Which is a great, just a good animation thing and also a good like thing in general. So
that's interesting.
So I can't recommend it enough. 12 episodes was not enough. That show is just so good. I think next season, how they've left off, they're kind of like, I think they're leaning towards like the Netflix idea now. Like it seems like they're going to be parodying Netflix a little bit next season.
How?
The fact that Bojack's filming a TV show for like
right.
They're basically filming what a Netflix TV show would be.
Right.
Just for a site that's nothing to do with television.
What time is it now?
.com. Filbert coming soon. All right, that's Bojack. That's our TV and movie section. Let's move on here.
Correct.
Kickstarter corner. Anyone back anything cool recently? I know I haven't.
I haven't found anything since.
Fong?
I've been looking every now and again, but I don't see anything.
Nope.
All right, moving right along then. The sports desk. Josh, do you have something to talk about?
Yeah, really quick.
Okay,
sure.
You have exactly 2 minutes.
Sure.
Starting now.
Did you say no? Oh, I'm like, did you cut out? All right, so let's see. Baseball season's kind of winding down. Unfortunately, my Mets and sort of my Blue Jays not playing well at all. So that's not looking good. No playoffs there. But some interesting storylines for the season. A lot of new teams going to make the playoffs. So that's kind of cool. So if you just like baseball in general, probably really exciting to watch these playoffs. Indians just won like 24 games in a row.
Oh yeah, there was that record.
Yeah, it actually was the second best record, or at least maybe it was the record for most in the American League, but it's not the best overall or something.
Apparently, the one that beats it, it was like there was a tie in the middle of it, so people don't like to count it.
Huh. All right, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I knew there was something with it. I never looked into it, but that's pretty cool.
Did you see LeBron James freaking out?
Well, he was like supporting them, and then it was funny how the media totally tore him up for just congratulating them because he also said like, "Hey, well, I won 27 in a row, so I know how it feels." And everyone's like, "Oh my God, how can you upstage them during a winning?" The whole thing, but everyone just likes to get on LeBron. But speaking about that, basketball season's going to be starting in like exactly a month, which pretty cool. So I'm excited for that, even though the Knicks are not going to play well, but still excited nonetheless. We got hockey starting soon. Preseason, I think, just started actually. Football's in week 2. Any team that I really care about isn't playing well, even though I don't really care about football. There was a Grand Prix race this morning, and the guy that I root for didn't win either. So no one's doing well in any of the sports I care about or remotely care about or anything. So things are not great in the sports world for me, but things in the sports world are good overall. And what's kind of cool is as the league season is winding down, they're going into their world's playoff stuff. And come next year, they should actually be official franchises like real sports teams. So that's interesting.
Wait, really?
Oh, you're here. Yeah. Yeah. League of Legends, the first, like, it's going to be an actual franchised sport. Yeah.
So Olympics 2017?
Yep, it's going to be in Ken's room.
Right. Yeah. hosted in his new studio. What?
Oh no, sorry, it was just the Olympic Village is going to be in there. So
Right. Yes.
Great.
God.
Great.
Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it for sports. Yep.
Cool.
There you go.
All right, let's move on to the bulk of this episode. We have a bunch of news and talking points. Do you guys want to start with
we got Fong. Fong's got some really important news that we should talk about.
Yeah,
first.
Fong, let's go through your news points first because they're the most important ones.
well, this is the most important thing. News story of the year.
I'm just reading all the bullet points. They're fantastic. All right, keep going.
I don't even know how to introduce this.
All right, so the world reacted together for one beautiful night where someone noticed on Ted Cruz's Twitter, if you go to his likes, and of course likes are public to the people, that he had liked some porn.
I like how there are dedicated people to this, like just checking random people's Twitters, and they're just like, hey. But
You mean you don't do that? Like every now and then I go through someone's like Twitter likes and see what they're liking.
I actually really don't.
I've done it a couple times, so.
But
I would never have any reason to look at Ted Cruz's though. But
it spread so quick. When I saw it, it was like it said 20 minutes ago this thing went up. So
oh my god,
it was quick.
He was trending all night. It didn't get taken down until like early the next morning, and it was like legit porn, not blurred or anything. It was just full on.
The man is a true American. No, I don't.
Oh yeah, this was on 9/11 too. Let's
my god.
Let's frame this a little bit more.
Oh my, I didn't realize that. Oh.
So the man did a quick jerk and then went to sleep on 9/11.
Like a true patriot.
Like a true patriot.
Wow.
Yeah, again, like this is not really like news we were talking about on the podcast. Like
it's culture stuff.
It was so funny to me the entire night. I remember I was texting everyone I knew, like, "Yo, you need to see this right now."
Wait, what do you mean everyone you knew? I never got a text.
You already knew.
Fong didn't get a text.
Fong knew. He
already
knew within
knew.
20 minutes. Fong told me.
I had no idea until Fong was saying it earlier today.
But you had no idea this happened?
You missed this?
Honestly, I saw something talked about with Ted Cruz. I thought it was literally like a politics issue, so I didn't even click it. I didn't care.
No, he
like,
was jerking it.
I worked like literally 65 hours this past week. I have not gotten a chance. But
Fong,
This would have brightened your week.
Fong, did you watch the porn?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
It was okay. Well, the thing is, this girl's gonna get famous, right?
Oh, all three of them are gonna get famous.
Yeah, it's great. And you know the acting in it. There's so many memes that like immediately like came out about it because it's a woman watching two people go at it, and she's all like, "Oh," and shit.
And
that reaction is so good for a meme.
I just love the fact how like people kept sharing the image of like the tweet with the video, and Ted Cruz's Twitter bio is like, first thing, father of two, husband of so-and-so, and then underneath all this is the porn video like playing as it looks at the top screen.
So yeah, that woman, she looks like his wife.
Yep.
That's really interesting for multiple reasons, because if that was him, that's what this type of stuff that he looks at. Some people say that's adorable. I don't think anything's adorable about Ted Cruz jerking his gherkin. But
here's the thing: the man has been against masturbation for years. That's part of his his personal agenda. So the fact that something like this pops up, it just made like, oh, so he's allowed to jerk and we can't.
What if he's watching it for the plot?
That's actually a good point. The plot was pretty.
I could see him actually saying that as a defense if he would ever be
he since it's now been taken down. He since came out and said that like it wasn't him. He blames it on his team or something. Yeah, someone on his team who had access to his Twitter accidentally liked the video. But
that's good too, because then like some assistant was looking up porn and the lady looks like his boss's wife.
Yeah, it's even better. And here's the thing: to accidentally like things, that it makes sense. Like I've accidentally liked tweets before too, but you need to be like, it needs to be on your timeline. You need to like be following someone to accidentally hit the like button. So that means someone was actively on Ted Cruz's Twitter account and was on a porn page, or added a porn page to Ted Cruz's followers.
Right. I mean, I won't necessarily defend the man. I think it's hilarious hearing it now. I think it's pretty funny.
I'm just upset that the Zodiac Killer picked such boring porn.
Yeah.
Like, it was just white people.
Wow.
She's into crazy shit, actually. Now that the person who it is that got out there. She apparently is into incest stuff.
Oh, thank God.
It's like
Okay.
pep scene she does.
Thank God. What the heck?
And scat.
Oh, that I don't agree with.
Wait, so Ken, are you saying that you've also watched this for research purposes?
Oh, well, not research, but
I haven't watched it. I've only researched what she's done and heard about it.
if you're watching us live right now on Twitch, I have the video playing. So,
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
can you
Well,
imagine?
thank you everyone for subscribing to a dead channel.
Yeah, it got
But-
closed down by Twitch's standards and practices.
Oh God. That's funny. Anyway, so yeah, thank you, Fong, for that really was some good insight. So
It was a great night.
Oh, it was such a good night. I remember
I'll never forget that 9/11.
I was just reading that on your thing. Never forget it. Oh God.
We're half joking here, but really, it was one of the funniest things I've seen in such a long time. And the internet was just having a ball with it the entire night. Like, I was staying up late just to see what would happen. Because I'm like, because he was trending worldwide on every thing. Ted Cruz, top of the list. How did it take 8 hours for someone on his team to hey, I think something happened on the Twitter?
Because he was beating his meat that long.
That's right.
No, he beat his meat and fell asleep.
That's even better.
That's
The
also
Simpsons
prime.
knocking on his door the entire night.
Sir, you need to see
Let me
this.
in.
The video's still on in the background.
Mouth's open. His meat's out. Great.
Okay, let's stop talking about his meat. Ted Cruz for future president. He has my vote.
He's got the meme vote for sure
Yep.
now. Also, great call on the video posting, Fong.
Oh, yes.
Never surrender.
Oh, I thought he posted the porn. Never mind.
No, it's a
Okay.
YouTube
No.
link.
Gotcha. Well, could be both.
Oh God.
All right.
Can it?
Well, yeah, censored. but
Oh,
it could
by
be.
the way, Fong, what you posted in the Dragon Ball thing, I just realized it. The gigantic image that you posted on the second page, funniest thing. Anyway,
What he posts. I don't have it
Yeah.
open.
I shouldn't talk about it, so you should read it or look at it.
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay.
I like how you literally got off this Google Doc to go to the other Google Doc. I saw your picture go away, and now Fong is going to look
Yeah.
at it for
There's
some
nothing.
reason.
There's nothing there. It's all one page.
Look at the second page.
There is no second page.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Josh?
Oh, shut up.
Now we're all over here.
I'm not kidding. I don't know what you're
What?
talking about. Hey, guys, let's talk about Dragon Ball while we're
Oh
here.
God, wait, are you No, you're just making me go to this.
There's
now, I
nothing
swear to God.
there.
There's nothing there. I did not. The last edit was 7 hours ago. Not immediately. Not 2 seconds ago.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, what the heck?
What was it?
Fong, you got rid of it.
What was it?
No.
What was it an image of?
It was the PewDiePie thing.
Oh,
that-
the what?
Elf on a shelf.
Oh, do you mean Caillou and a Caillou?
Yes, except it was not that. That was not the punchline.
Oh,
Yo, Fong, I know you put that up.
No, yeah, I think that was on this one, on this doc.
oh, it may,
Oh.
Have got, it may have got deleted then because I moved things
Yeah.
down.
Wait,
I don't see it
oh,
anywhere.
it was on this one?
Yeah, I don't know where it went. Kenny probably just got rid of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think when I moved the sports desk, I think I actually got rid of it.
Well, I thought it was funny. Anyway.
Okay.
Thank you. I didn't make it.
Yeah, I know.
Apple had its keynote this week. They announced a bunch of new stuff with iOS, a bunch of new updates on the new Apple Watch coming out that now has
Right.
built-in LTE, so now your watch is a phone.
Right.
Fully.
I forgot about that. That's actually really important.
That's a big selling point for me because for the longest time the watch itself had no purpose if the phone was not there. And,
Right. You needed always the phone within
If
your
I want to
pocket.
go running or pretend to do sports, then I would need the phone in my pocket, not leave the phone
Right.
at home and have the watch with me. So
yeah, it's
that's
basically
actually
now you essentially have your phone on your wrist, like almost all of the actual features, which I think is very important.
going into this keynote. I was very nervous because Apple's been disappointing me time after time now for a while. So I'm like, okay, if the next iPhone isn't great, I'm gonna be done with Apple for a while. And so,
really?
yeah, that's how I was going in with that mindset. So
Wow.
they
That's surprising coming from you.
Yeah, that is surprising.
just because their last couple things have been like, oh, it's such a minor upgrade. Like I feel like they're very out of touch with their fan base for a while. So I'm just like,
well, no, they feed right into their fan base. That's been my whole point with all their computers.
when they came with iOS 11 a couple months ago, they started showing it off. Like it looked like just like garbage to me. Their new macOS does nothing new. Like everything they do, I feel like is just like minor upgrades or catching up or just nothing innovative, and it's been bothering me for a while.
Most of their stuff is just increasing processing speed and
exactly, which is all well and good. They should be doing that, but like I'm waiting.
right. It's not flashy that some people look for.
Yeah,
I mean
that Uncle Magicness is what I need.
right. I mean for me it was just the computer stuff. It's not good in my opinion. I think Windows stuff is so much better right now. But the phone, I like the phone interface. Like even if they don't change anything, like I actually really like it. Like I don't need a change with that. So I've been fine with that.
Windows has been killing it with their computers. Like ever since I've seen your what'd you have, Josh, that I liked so much, that tab,
Surface?
the Surface. The fact that that is a perfect blend of a tablet and a laptop. That's what the iPad should be, but they won't take it to that point.
Right. They're only making it just a glorified iPhone because it can't run actual like
It's not a computer.
Windows and things.
Yeah.
It's just apps.
And their computer line's garbage too. Like the new MacBooks have almost no ports whatsoever, and they installed this really expensive touch bar at the top of the laptop. No one
looks cool, to be fair.
Hey, it looks cool. I would never use it. No one needs it. It doesn't add anything to the computers. It drives up the price.
Right.
So why put it in?
That's why I don't buy their computer.
Give me an option not to get that shit. Make good laptops.
Build your own desktop.
I'm
and then
going
buy a
to.
laptop.
Ugh.
Buy a Chromebook.
Ugh.
I know some people that have a Chromebook.
Chromebooks aren't that bad, actually.
They like it. It's good enough.
Yeah.
If they don't need anything else with it. Yeah.
So all this being said, so they start off the iPhone announcements with the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 8 Plus, and I lose my shit.
I was actually really surprised because I thought going into it they were only announcing this 10th anniversary phone.
That's what I thought too.
Once I heard the iPhone 8, I'm like, oh, here it is. Like this is the new phone. And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, they didn't do anything. I'm
looking at it like, looking at my 7 like...
Yeah, I can't see how you're looking at it, but I guess I'll look at it in a second.
They
on the stream.
announced that the 8 has like wireless charging. I'm like, okay.
Wait, hold on. Oh, I see the look on the stream. All right, there was the look. All right, yeah, I agree.
They announced like the 8 has wireless charging and a couple other little things here and
which
there.
was pretty cool. Except they're also kind of like, we're not including wireless charging, but if you'd like it, we have models that you can buy. So then I'm like, well,
no, they all have wireless charging built in. You just need to you need to buy the accessories to wireless charge.
Right. Like for me, like I feel like there should have been a way to make a cheap enough wireless charger, like to include.
If the wireless charging,
maybe that's too much.
If the wireless charging pad itself, if it's like over $100 when it comes out,
right,
I'll be pissed. If it's like $50, I think I'll be okay. The fact that from this point forward,
the fact that Apple charges like $30-$40 for a regular charger anyway, I guess 50 is fine.
And the fact that going forward, that all Apple devices now will have wireless charging built into them, whether it be the watches, the phones, the earpods, like that's I think is a good move.
But I still like the fact that, of course, they're not getting rid of wired charging.
Correct. It's always going to be there.
Which is an obvious point, but knowing Apple with some things, I'd be like, oh, God. And they'll be like, this is the future. So we've gotten rid of wired charge. I'd be like upset.
It also fixes an issue, too, because for a while people were complaining they can't charge their phones.
Well, right, because they have things at like Starbucks and whatnot. And I've always tried it on the little pad things. They're like, oh, you can charge your phone wirelessly. So I put my phone on, nothing. And then some of my friends that do have some Android phones or whatever, they put it on there, it starts charging. I
wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the fact that you can't listen to music and charge at the same time.
It just forces you to buy a splitter.
Josh, no, let me finish what I'm trying to say here. You've been wrong both times now.
Well, I've been right on my points, except it's not your point.
So it fixes the problem where you'd have to buy a splitter or something like that to listen to the music and to do the charging. But now with the wireless charging, I can put my phone down on the pad to charge it and still plug in to listen to music. It fixes that problem.
Yeah, but then the splitter, like it.
Yeah, but here's
it just makes it so you don't need a splitter.
The split. Oh yeah, but the splitters they've been phasing out through updates. So when I got my iPhone right now, I bought a splitter, and the splitter worked for the first maybe 2 or 3 months. Then
Really?
they released an update that this accessory is no longer supported by the iPhone, and it kicks it off.
Well, it's because it's not proprietary.
Exactly, and you can keep buying new splitters, but then they keep being updated out by Apple.
That's really unfortunate.
It's pretty bad. But yeah, so that's the 8 and 8 Plus. Literally, it's an iPhone 7. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot faster processing speed, which is really nice, except the 7 runs really fast. So it's like
it's such a minor upgrade.
You probably won't notice it. But internally, it is a big upgrade. It's just it's not flashy. People won't really care.
It's honestly it's made for those who had an iPhone 6 and didn't make the jump to 7. The jump from a 6 to an 8, that's what you want to do now. Right.
I mean, for me, I'm on a plan essentially where I upgrade a phone every 2 years. So for me, I got a new phone last year. So this doesn't affect me at all. It's just a matter of me looking at stuff and being like, ooh.
What service?
So at the end of the day, I really don't care. I have Verizon.
Oh, Verizon, okay. Because most companies have gotten rid of that plan now, except Verizon.
I mean, I'm on my dad's work special plan thing.
Gotcha.
So I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a 2
Yeah, I'm on that one. I'm every other year also.
Yeah.
AT&T was like that for a while, but starting last year, they said we're not doing that anymore. So now I buy my phones whenever I want to buy a phone now.
So has this convinced you to buy an iPhone 8?
No.
No. But, of course, they actually unveiled then another phone, which was the phone that people thought was being unveiled as the iPhone 8, essentially.
Yeah, the iPhone
being
X.
called the iPhone X or iPhone 10.
It's pronounced iPhone 10, even though iPhone
because
X...
the Roman numeral.
Yeah.
But...
iPhone X sounds
they try and be
cooler.
classy for no reason because all the other ones are just straight numbers, but this one they put an X. I think it's just to differentiate, so it's ooh, fancy phone. But,
yeah, and it's the 10th anniversary and all that goodness.
Right, since the first iPhone came out.
This is the phone of my dreams.
Is it really?
It's up there. They went back to the all glass design, which has been my favorite design for iPhones. That was introduced in the iPhone 4, and then they got rid of that, went to aluminum for the last couple phones. So the all glass design, love that. It's full screen now, screen to screen. Bezel is gone to a very minimum, so a lot more screen. The phone itself is smaller than my current phone, but the screen is bigger.
Right.
So that's kind of incredible. The camera, the camera processor.
It's a whole camera bar now.
The front-facing camera, you mean?
Oh, you were talking about the back. Yeah, the back is a 2-tiered stacked camera, kind of like the 7 Plus.
Well, yeah, the 7 Plus has the 2 cameras as well, but they were lined up horizontally when you held the phone normally, which never made that much sense if you think about it. Now that they're vertically, when you turn the phone sideways, it's a horizontal wide-angle lens.
Well, I guess. Usually when I take pictures, I hold it vertically. Depends.
It depends. Well, for video more than anything else. Horizontal video is the way. Vertical video is a sin.
Cancer.
Even though YouTube just made an update to their platform where if a vertical video is uploaded, it rearranges the video to be correct. And
Super Mario Odyssey does the same thing.
It does. We'll get that in a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ken, here's the thing. So now there's no home button on this.
Correct, which that frightens me.
They've showed off the gestures of how essentially you'd replace that.
Yep.
And the one gesture that I'm really concerned with is the double tap. How it's now swipe up from the bottom to go to the home screen, which is the new home button, essentially swipe up from the bottom. But you swipe up and hold for a half second. I feel like a lot of people are going to have a problem with that one. It's going to be, you're going to slip it or I don't know. It doesn't look natural.
I got to test again. It's so hard to say without having hands-on experience with these things yet. Right. That looked a little unnatural to me as well. But then I tried to think how many times I actually use the double tap to go between apps like that.
I use it a lot, actually.
I mostly use that thing in the corner now. When you go from one app to another, and then the top corner is go back to the previous app you were using.
Right. I
use that
end up
more
doing
often.
the double tap so much more, but
yeah, I don't know how much I actually use the double tap. I don't think about those things when I'm doing it, but because again, it looks like the home button is just a general, just a swipe. I feel like the swipe to home is such a brief motion, and that swiping and holding is deliberate, kind of like how a double tap has to be deliberate. I don't know how it is either, but we'll see. It'd be nice if they added like a faux home button where like if you double tap the bottom of the screen twice or something like that.
Right. I thought it would kind of be like an Android phone where you kind of, or at least I think that's how they are now. It's like it is the screen, but it turns the bottom into like buttons.
Well, it's interesting because Apple has the 3D touch in their screen, which Samsungs don't have.
Like force touch, right?
Yeah, it can detect the force of what you're pressing. So imagine if they could like detect like two firm presses in the bottom is like the faux home button.
Right, which I think would be cool, but then it's kind of going away from their concept, I guess. So
yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's gonna take some time to get used to, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Right, but it does seem pretty cool. I like the concept.
Yep,
definitely a different concept.
Yeah, very powerful.
It's also
phone.
more expensive because it's got facial recognition, so no more Touch ID technically.
Yep, now it's all Face ID.
Which that's interesting how seeing the process of how they do that.
I loved how accurate it was. They said that the Touch ID was a 1 in 500,000 chance of being like
No, 1 in 1 million.
No, that's the face technology.
Right.
The Touch technology is 1 in 500,000.
5,000.
No. The Touch ID was 1 in 500,000.
Oh, and
the Face ID is 1 in a million.
Okay.
So it's very hard to fool unless you have an evil twin.
That's right. That's what they said.
Yep.
But then you can still do a manual passcode.
Yep. Which it was funny during the demonstration. They tried using the face thing.
Yeah, they messed up, so it actually went to the passcode thing. It was funny because I had this on at work, and so did one of the people next to me, and we were talking about that. We're like, "Wait, is there actually a passcode thing?" And then literally as we were talking about it, we saw that error come up, and
well, here's the thing: it wasn't an error.
Well, it didn't detect.
No, it did. No, it did detect. You know when you turn on your iPhone for the first time and you can't use your thumbprint?
Right.
That's what happened.
But he had the phone on previously, or they swapped phones.
They plugged the phone in to be on stage. That's when it powered on, like getting ready for him. And because he had not entered in his code, that's why I brought him to that screen. Like when you try to use your finger.
Yeah.
So it did detect him. It was right, just because I've seen people doing like people hands-on time with it. The face thing has worked every single time from what I've seen. So
yeah, I mean it looked like it was pretty good actually.
Yeah.
So,
again, it's expensive. The one I want is over $1,000. So
it's roughly about $300 more than a regular one or something.
Well, the base model is $1,000 for 64 gigs. 256 gigs is 1,150.
Well, but like 64 gig of an iPhone 8, for example, was $700.
Oh yeah.
So $300 more essentially for this phone, which is specs wise actually slightly better. Still, I think. I think it actually uses something better.
Oh yeah, there's a much better chip in the 10.
Right, which it's kind of weird how they have the chip, but just chose not to then use it in the 8. So I was like, that's kind of weird. I guess they're really trying to push, like, hey, get the better stuff.
Well, I think the 10 is if you want the extra power. If you need that extra power, if you need all that stuff, you're paying more money for it. For the 8, if they put that better chip in there, the 8 would be more expensive. It's like, no, if you need that much power, go for the 10. If you don't need it, stick with the 8.
Yeah. But yeah. So, I thought pretty cool event overall. I was relatively satisfied with what I saw. Not that I'm buying anything, but I just like seeing the technology. So
yeah, well, my iPhone 7 Plus is not even a year old yet. So I'm like, do I really need to get a new phone within a year?
I mean, then there's always that old adage of wait till next year till they have a better one. But then you always fall into that trap.
Exactly, and it's like,
of course it's going to be another year, and then you're going to wait another. So you got to do what you want, do what you like. So your call. I won't sway you in either direction because I think the iPhone 10 is pretty cool. But, I mean, we both have iPhone 7 stuff, and I think this phone's pretty cool. So, whatever you want to do.
We shall see. Fong, do you have any comments on the iPhone at all?
I agree.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, let's get into this monster of a Nintendo Direct. This 45-minute long Direct, longer than E3. We're just going to go through all these points really quickly. The ones we don't care about too much will be pretty much a statement, and that's it. But they kicked it off.
Speaking about the ones we don't care about, we have a question about one.
We do? Where?
If you want to do that now or you want to wait.
Oh, wait, you don't care about ARMS?
No.
Well, I care about ARMS, so.
All right, fair enough. Then it is on our list.
Well, they started off with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Correct.
Didn't really show us anything new besides 2 new Ultra Beasts, UB Assembly and UB Burst, I think it is.
Yeah, version exclusives.
Yeah.
One for each.
Assembly
one of them
is
like a glorified clown. Assembly is literally like kind of like a wishy-washy, but in Ultra Beast form.
a clown?
That's what it kind of made out to be.
No, UB Burst is based off fireworks.
Oh, well, a lot of people are saying clown, so that's what I was saying. But I mean, it makes more sense as fireworks because it literally shoots off fireworks. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought I didn't analyze through the analysis machine enough. But yeah. So basically, people are being like, "Oh, is it Fire Fairy? That'd be really cool." Which actually, it would be really cool.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Which is possible with that. Though I think an Ultra Beast Fairy is kind of weird as a concept, but
why?
I could see it. I don't know, just because Ultra Beasts are so weird. Like they're not actually considered Pokemon. Like
No, they are Pokemon. There's Pokemon from another
like
universe.
A weird in between. See, I really want to know what they're gonna do then for next gen. How they are gonna be included. Like, what are you just gonna go in the wild and be like, "Hey, it's Ultra Beast 01." Like,
no, they're Pokemon. They were only called Ultra Beasts because the scientists in them didn't know what they were. They called them UB, but the fact that they are captured by Pokeballs, they can use TMs. Everything about them is Pokemon. Yes, they're weird, but they're from another dimension. They're still Pokemon.
They're also captured with a Beast Ball, though.
True, but they're still Pokemon. Like I think that if anything, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, they're gonna really connect the story more because when
but I'm saying for future generations, they come from another dimension.
Yes.
They cannot then be regularly just available now in games.
No, they'll be treated as legendaries.
See, to me, I have a problem with that. You have so many legendaries then.
Yeah,
like that's ridiculous.
Well, think about past generations.
Yeah, maybe like 5 or 6. Well, actually, it was like
but they still let you get at the old ones.
Yeah, like Hoopa can just open a ring and boom, Ultra Dimension.
Yeah, but now you've got like 10 Ultra Beasts already. Like. And then
there's a million legendaries already.
Yeah, there's so many legendaries. Like I'm trying to think of, like Black and White had so many. Josh, how many legendaries are in Black and White? Do you know?
You got the 3 Musketeers. You got Keldeo. You have the Zekrom, Reshiram. You have Kyurem.
Cloud Boys.
That's the Musketeers.
Yeah, you have the 3 Musketeers, the 3 Genies. Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem. You had Keldeo.
Then you have Keldeo, that's 10.
Genesect. Meloetta.
That's 11.
Meloetta.
12.
Victini.
13.
Okay, so that's 13. Sun and Moon, let's count the new ones.
So, literally all the Ultra Beasts?
No, here. So we have Coco, Lele, Bulu, Feeny. That's 4.
4.
Are we counting Cosmog, Cosmoem, and Solgaleo all as one?
I would just count, as one.
Solgaleo, Lunala. All right, so that's 2.
6.
6. And then the Ultra Beasts, we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. For the
13 Ultra Beasts?
Yep. Well, 13 total. And then you have Necrozma, Magearna, Marshadow. So 3 more. So this is 3 more than Black and White.
16?
Yeah.
Whew.
They
gotta cut it down a little bit.
I think it's fine, honestly. It doesn't bother me.
I like more regular Pokemon.
You just don't like Ultra Beasts in general. You don't like the concept of them.
These feel like such a gimmick.
They were a gimmick for the story.
No, I know, but I'm thinking in terms of future generations of Pokemon, it's gonna be weird to then have them.
Why?
Because they're stupid.
Right. It's almost like they got to create an extra zone. It's like, well, this is the other dimension where you can find those Ultra Beasts.
That's what they've always done.
Yeah,
though.
what?
You gotta go back to the Eon Island to get Latios and Latias. You have to go back to a cave to find Mewtwo. You need to go through Hoopa rings to find Hoopa. They've done
but it's not to find like an extra 10 things.
Yes, it was. In the previous game, that's exactly what it was.
Let the developers worry about that, Josh.
Josh, in freaking Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, you had to go through like 30 random golden rings to get previous legendaries.
I actually didn't do that. I never did it. Okay. I just said
Josh,
I'm not about
Josh
that
just hates this idea in general, then.
I don't like legendaries much. I really don't.
Then don't get them.
No, I have to for the Pokédex.
Okay, we're moving along here. This is already
your
too
fault,
much
John.
time.
Going
That,
addicted.
I am a developer. No.
that comes out in November. They also announced a new Pokeball 2DS XL that Josh is
Oh
all
my
excited
god,
for.
I'm in heaven. I'm actually seriously contemplating. I really don't need it.
Leon
but-
in the chat says, yeah, but Ultra Beasts aren't always going to be in future games like the Mega Evolutions.
That's not confirmed.
Did they take those out?
No, Mega Evolutions were only available post game,
Yeah.
Oh,
but they are available.
Well,
so
they might do that with Ultra Beasts then, only available after the post game.
well, yeah. They wouldn't give you old Pokemon until the post game.
Yeah.
No,
That's fine.
Well, for
Depends on the
legendaries anyway.
right, but
All right, sorry. Back to the Pokeball 2DS. Sorry, I just wanted to read that.
yeah, man, it just looks so good with an actual not pushable button, but a button that stands out.
A raise
And
button.
right, and then it's that whole like, well, a lot of the people that are saying that they love it but then don't want it, like I've been listening to a lot of podcasts or like reactions to specifically just that part because I'm curious what people are saying about it. And a lot of these people like work for these companies that like like IGN or GameSpot or whatever, all these things, so like they have naturally like a million 3DS at this point because they do it for a living, whatever, so I guess that's justified. So they're like, well, I already have like 4 3DSs and this collector edition something, so it's like, well, I don't need another one. For me, I'm like, well, I have the like original 3DS, I have this new 3DS, and that's it. Like, I'm like, maybe then I buy this one and then that's it, because then it's also a 2DS technically, and I don't have one in terms of like collector's sake or something. So, I don't know. I'm on the fence on that right now. But yeah, it's coming out like November 3rd.
Yeah, 2 weeks before
Friday.
2 weeks before, or like a week before Ultra Sun Ultra Moon.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing is then it's like, is that going to be my primary DS system?
It probably will be.
I guess it would have to be for the end of its life cycle.
Yeah.
And then it means I got to go through the transferring of a memory card thing, which is a pain in the neck.
Yep.
Just turn your old one into an emulation machine like I want to do.
Wait, Fong, do you know how to do that?
No, but I could
There's
look it up.
videos.
Okay.
There's videos on it.
Okay, just wondering.
Homebrew.
Anything else you want to say about the 2DS, Josh? Or
No, but it's really nice. You
it
should look it
looks
up.
really cool, and there's a Japanese Pikachu one which looks kind of creepy.
Right.
Anyway,
Yep.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions. It's coming along good. It's out.
They just showed
soon.
slightly more content.
Yeah,
Same exact game.
Moving along.
Yep.
Kirby Battle Royale.
Glorified like Kirby minigame into a game for the 3DS that doesn't look great, and don't buy it.
Yep. They're doing a poll though on all Kirby's abilities for the 20th anniversary. Quick poll between the three of us right now, those in the chat.
Right.
What's your favorite Kirby ability?
The one when he turns into a curling stone. That one's really good.
Oh, that is a good one. That's the combination of ice and stone from Crystal Shards.
Wow, it's a good game too.
Yeah.
Oh,
My favorite is UFO Kirby.
that is a good one too. Wow, you guys are taking good ones. I'm very unprepared for this question.
Also, Tornado and Wheel Kirby are pretty cool too.
Is the wheel one from Crystal Shard?
The wheel ones in most of the games.
Sounds familiar. Man, I really don't
Like,
know.
if we're going Crystal Shards only, like Crystal Shards, he gets a lightsaber as one of them.
I'm just gonna go with that one.
Like he combines sword and lightning, gets a lightsaber. You combine electricity and ice, and you get a freezer that spits out food. You combine bombs and fires, and he turns into a living firework. Like the combinations.
I like that.
The combinations in 64 are the best Kirby abilities out there, and they've never made another Kirby game like that, except we'll talk about it later because it's a Switch game.
People, it makes sense. It's kind of funny, except I guess for the Switch one, it's like apparently when you make a Kirby game, it's almost the death of a system or something. I was like, that's an interesting theory, but it's probably true.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
It is sometimes.
See?
No,
But,
usually a Zelda game is the death of a console.
What?
Also true.
Twilight Princess was the last GameCube game. Skyward
that's
Sword
fair.
was the last Wii one. Yeah,
Breath of the Wild, last Wii U game.
yeah.
That's because they take so damn long to make.
Yeah, that's
That's the thing.
That's kind of different.
Death of a console.
but
The Kirby games don't take 5 years to make.
right. I mean,
They
what
shouldn't.
people say generally is that you kind of have this tier list of difficulty with Nintendo first party games. Like Kirby and Yoshi games are on the lower end. It's like more kid friendly. Then you
Yeah,
have,
they're like nothing.
yeah, they're not that difficult, but they could be fun. Then there's the Mario games, which are more for everyone, can be difficult if you want it to be, can be fun, kid friendly, whatever. And then you have like Zelda games and Metroid games, which are like supposed to be the difficult first party Nintendo games for like more hardcore fans.
That makes sense.
So
For
I
big
guess
boys.
that's why I'm actually really not into the Kirby and Yoshi series. Like I think that's probably why. Like I just don't really play them.
I love Kirby. And like Yoshi, I can take or leave. I love Kirby.
I mean, I get it. I see the appeal, but I just don't personally. I
Gotcha.
don't know.
Instead of talking about Yokai Watch 2, and go back to the chat for a split second, Leon brings up an interesting thing. What do we think of Necrozma? Because in the video we see now that those aren't Sogaleo and Lunala. Those are both Necrozma, who has consumed one or the other.
Right, he did a thunderclap.
Haven't they already done this gimmick?
They did it with Black and White, where
Right.
Kieram confused with either Reshiram or Zekrom. So it's a very similar gimmick,
It's
honestly.
like a DNA splitter item that you had to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of lame that they're repeating that.
No, I know.
Nico.
That's what I thought when I saw this stuff. I'm like, they're just repeating the same concept for the same concept of a game. You have Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and they did that in Black and White too. So like,
Yep.
same exact kind of thing.
Except Black and White 2 was a sequel. We still don't know what Ultra Sun,
This
Ultra
one-
Moon are.
This one really just looks like it's a parallel
game.
game.
Yeah.
Like it's honestly like an Emerald version or something, where it's like the same thing but slightly different with a couple additions that might make it fun and interesting.
I just really hope
think it's just the fact that we appreciate the older ones like Emerald and Platinum and stuff because it was older and we were younger. And this one, it's like, well, come on, we just want a new one. So I think that's part of the reason why we're not as hyped about this one.
They
but,
just
like,
need to be more upfront with what this game is, because getting into Emerald and like I knew what to get in when I was going into Emerald. I knew it was
Right.
gonna be the same game, but there was
so that battle
that Battle Frontier was amazing.
Yeah.
Like Platinum added the entire like the distortion
Crazy
world.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was phenomenal.
I thought they added some good stuff to the story. Yeah.
Yeah, Black and White was a full sequel to a Pokemon game, which was unheard of.
Honestly, so underrated.
Exactly.
The story is fantastic from Black and White to Black to White to. Like it's actually really good.
Yeah, it's amazing. We never got a Pokemon Z, which I'm kind of sad about because Zygarde, I feel like, got kind of like cheated out on what his entire like.
You know, that's right. X and Y was just X and Y.
Yeah, there was no
like
Z.
not even an X2 or something. Like that's interesting.
You might count Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as the Z because it connected to X and Y with some of the story elements and expanded upon it as well.
Right.
But
Okay.
minor. So,
But,
again,
yeah.
we have no idea what Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon really are yet. They keep saying it's like a reimagining or a retelling or like...
Right. So that's what I kind of fear then about this whole Necrozma thing. Like I feel like it's gonna touch on him, but
Well,
I don't know if it'll be compelling enough.
just the fact that the first game ends with Necrozma attacking you.
He was such a throw-in, by the way.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like he was a throw-in to lead into this game because he happens after the Ultra Beast missions.
Right.
And he's not an Ultra Beast because you can catch him normally, but he gives off Ultra Beast energy, and they never tell you what he is exactly. Is he an Ultra Beast? Is he a Pokemon? Is he the link between them? Is he like the leader? What is he? Why is he going after Lunala and Sogaleo now? Is he like part of that trio? Like we don't know what he is. He's out there everywhere. We just don't know what he is.
I'm hoping it's in the future. I'm hoping it's a sequel, but it's right. You're right, and they're not telling us.
Yeah.
And the part that bothered me is the way they were trying to differentiate it in the video in the direct. They're like, and a new way to pick your starter Pokemon. I was like, oh my god.
Literally, they run out and save you from a young goose.
Yeah, that. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a
enough
train wreck from
Pokemon talk,
our
but
standpoint.
enough Pokemon talk. But me and Josh are still very on edge about that. So that's Yokai. That's Yokai Watch
I'm
2.
buying both. Ken's buying at least one.
Yep.
So
Yep. That's Yokai Watch 2.
it's not stopping us. That's Yokai Watch 2. What the heck?
Layton's Mystery Journey. They're finally bringing the Layton's Daughter game from the iOS to the DS. Finally, looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I love the Layton games.
You love the late games, but you never finish them. I heard that.
Yep,
I remember that line from your reaction video.
Yep, that's true.
I don't know why that line stuck with me, but but yeah.
This was a big one. Minecraft for the new Nintendo 3DS. I'm not going to buy it because I own Minecraft on like 10 other systems, but for little kids who have DSs and love Minecraft, this is going to sell 1 billion copies. Again.
What's interesting is it's only on the new 3DS.
That extra processing power.
The third game to only be new 3DS exclusive.
Binding of Isaac, Xenoblade, Minecraft.
So, Fong, what are your thoughts on this?
The Holy Trinity.
What? On Minecraft?
Minecraft for new 3DS. Like, is that worth it at this point? Is anyone even going to buy that?
For the few kids that like have 3DSs and don't have a phone, I guess.
Right, that's the thing. Usually, a lot of kids have them on their iPhone.
Yeah, the Pocket. That's the Pocket Edition, though. This is the full game.
No. But now Pocket Edition is crossplay.
That's right. They made it the same.
So it's essentially the full game. So like, it's fine then to pay the $7 or whatever for the phone app because it's literally the $20 game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't see much of a market, but I guess they're at the point of, well, you put Minecraft, it sells. So if we could just even sell like
a copy,
copies, that's probably fine.
It looked really good too, just from like the.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good. I mean, it's Minecraft. I mean, how do you mess it up?
Well, I mean, I mean, good is in terms of like the layout and the overlay and how they like right, screen on top, map on bottom, your UI on the side. Like it looks like it was a good layout of the screen.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer. It's like, why didn't they actually do this like a long time ago? Like when the new 3DS first launched, wouldn't that have been a really good marketing standpoint of like, this just launched, this is more processing power, and now it can run Minecraft? Like, I feel like that'd be a really good announcement, actually.
I think the idea of going handheld with Minecraft like that wasn't an idea until the Pocket Edition became...
What? The Pocket Edition's been out for years.
No, until it became more than just the Pocket Edition. Like now that it's all uniform. Because that only...
Yeah, but it's been like that for at least a year now.
No, that was announced during E3, remember?
Was it?
Yeah, remember they announced that
that's at least a year. It feels like a year, actually.
That's 2 months ago. 3 months ago. Remember they announced at E3 that like
oh my god, it is
the Switch and all the things now they all be cross-platform and they're all gonna be the same now to play with each other.
Yeah.
But the Pocket Edition. That's
well, then they should have announced it at E3.
It took a while probably. But let's not harp on it too long.
Right.
This was a big surprise for me. Mario Party: The Top 100.
You know, yeah, Fong, I'd love to know what you thought about that. Did you read about that?
Yep, I saw it.
And?
I don't want to play Mario Party ever again.
I mean, I'm just disappointed it's on 3DS. Because you can't put what sounds like a great idea.
I think that's the perfect place for it.
But
the fact that it's not an actual Mario Party game and it's only the mini games, there's no board.
That's a great concept.
Kind of, but like
actually, did you hear that there were boards confirmed? It's just we don't know what type of board, so I feel it's a very limited board. But yeah,
okay, I guess that makes more sense because what's the point of winning these little mini games without like an incentive?
Well, I mean, like I've been that guy to literally go back and play a mini game because I thought it was fun. Like,
so
platform. Are you insane, Josh?
Platform Peril and Skateboard Scamper. I love those mini. Like I would just play those.
Those two are not on the pack, unfortunately.
Not even
those were like the greatest 1 and 2.
I have no idea, Josh. I'm messing with you.
Oh, because there actually is a list that was released.
Has there been?
It's not a complete list. It was like 30 or something that were like officially confirmed. So I mean, I just haven't looked at it. I thought maybe that meant you looked at it, but
no, I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, but they've apparently released some, which is weird though because I thought in the trailer, like the thing that they showed, it was from all the Mario parties, but then some people were saying like it also included the ones from 3DS and stuff. I
didn't see that. I saw 1 through 10.
Yeah, but some people were saying on the official list there were actually some 3DS ones.
I mean, that makes sense, but
I guess, but I don't know. I feel like it would have been cooler if it was on Switch because now I'd definitely not buy it. The other one I'd maybe consider buying, but I still probably wouldn't buy it. But like.
The fact they're giving download play though, so only one person needs to own the game. That's a pretty big deal.
Cool. That's pretty cool. So I do like that. They've been doing that a lot with the Mario Party games for 3DS and stuff. I think it's
a smart move, honestly, because there's no point in buying that game, like to play solo.
Right. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I mean, I just wish this came out like 2 years ago.
Gotcha.
But cool idea though. Like the concept.
All right, we have Metroid: Samus Returns. It's actually already out. It came out Friday.
A few days ago.
Apparently, it's great.
Yeah, I have no desire to really play it, but I hear it's great.
Yeah. A bunch of RPGs from Atlas coming to the West. All look good.
Great to come to the system, but I don't really care.
They're bringing Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney to the system.
I'm already one. Doesn't matter.
Already played it. It's a good game. Just now the entire Phoenix Wright family though is on the 3DS, which is kind of cool. But that's really it. Right. Fire Emblem Warriors for the 3DS. No one's gonna buy that.
Hyrule Warriors, but with Fire Emblem characters.
Well, here's the thing. People are gonna buy it for the Switch. No one's buying the 3DS version.
Yes, that is true.
They should have another new Nintendo DS XL, orange and white.
Which is the one that was available in Europe only.
Yep.
For some odd reason.
The Pokeball's cooler. Moving right along.
Right.
Not enough orange.
Right. Yeah, it's just like it's the outer
did
rim.
You hear that now they're coming out with 2 new exclusive Japanese ones where it's black and lime green for the edge. Like black is the main one,
I like
and then
that.
lime green for the edge of it.
I like that.
And then they're also making a white one with a lavender color for around it, not the orange.
Okay.
So Japanese exclusive, got to import if you want it. But yeah,
they'll come to the US sooner or later.
Yep. Probably in their January direct. But yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we finally saw a lot of I feel like this is the first time we've seen a good amount of like they went on for this for over 10 minutes.
It was about 8 or 9 minutes, I think. I think I timed it out or something.
Okay, yeah. It went for a long time.
It was too long. I'm sorry. I mean, the game looks cool for people that want to buy it. Like, it's got nice RPG elements. The battle system I always thought is really cool. But, like, they went so in-depth with it. Like, to the point where if you weren't interested in the game, like, I don't think this would have sold you that much. And then it's like, well, these are the factions.
If you were just turning to the Direct, you would have thought this was a Xenoblade Direct for how long it went on and how, like, in-depth they went into it.
Right.
Like, this should have honestly had been its own mini Direct in, like, October.
Or just not go into it that much. I mean, like you'll find that probably in a tutorial of the game you'll play. Like,
they had a lot to announce. So they showed off a bunch of the gameplay, and then they finished off by showing like, oh, there's a special edition, and oh, here's this really cool looking Pro controller. So like they had a lot.
That
to
was
show.
Cool.
Oh yeah,
like,
it looks great.
I feel like it was funny how I was listening to one thing. I don't remember what it was, but they were like, it's perfect that they picked like an old man to voice this to make it sound so soothing when it's so boring of material for over like 7 minutes or whatever they said. But,
yeah,
like,
people were saying he sounded like the dragon from Neverending Story. Like,
oh, I don't know.
Hey, we're going over here today, and then we're gonna do this.
Yeah, I was not.
Atreyu?
Yeah.
Or the other one? I don't remember.
One of those two.
I was not particularly thrilled because I'm not buying that game. I think it looks interesting, but like...
Says the man who was diving in so much into Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and then...
Chronicles X for Wii U. Yes. Good game. The problem is that it was really cool with the mechs and stuff that you get. It's just the problem is they were so expensive, and the way to get them, you had to grind so much. And they had to grind so much after that. And like... That's the nature of those games. I get it, but like, man, I don't got the time for that grinding. So, the mech thing was cool. It drew me in, and I like that. But like, this goes away from the mech stuff more, sort of.
It's going back to the original Xenoblade,
right?
With like the Shulk
the original Xenoblade was kind of cool because I like Shulk, but like this one then doesn't have Shulk, and it still has only those grindy kind of questy elements. So I'm like, So I don't have the time. I'd rather play Odyssey, honestly, and that'll take me a while. So. Yeah, not my cup of tea. So the fact they spent so long, I was kind of like turned off by that. But yeah, Pro Controller looks really nice.
Yes, it does. Fong, any comments on this?
Apparently, really quick, the Pro Controller is $5 extra. $75 for the Xenoblade one.
Fucking A.
Yep. Anyway. Yep. Well, Fong's not getting it because he doesn't have a Switch.
That's true.
Hell no.
Splatoon 2 had some updates. We got the Kelp Dome returning from the first Splatoon.
Right.
We have new items announced. The that big umbrella, what is it called? The Tentabrella. Reinhardt shield for
more or less.
Yep. And also, what was that new stage they announced, Josh, that you were all hyped about? Something Canal?
Salmon Canal?
Salmon Canal?
Something like that.
That looks great.
Yeah, I think that's the name. I don't know.
Snapper Canal.
Snapper Canal. There we go. Not
I'm looking at it right now.
Thank you, Fong.
Look pretty cool. It looks like one of those, like, there's a defined battle line. So I kind of like that in the sense where it really tests your skill to first kill them and then get over.
Yeah, and not fall into that water.
Right. So, interesting.
Yep.
So, looking forward to it. It hasn't come out yet. Or the new weapon. The only one that's come out so far is the Kelp Dome.
Yep.
So.
We saw more Fire Emblem Warriors, the Switch. Not gonna buy it, but if you like Fire Emblem, you like the Hyrule Warriors game, that's the game for you.
Well, if you like Dynasty Warriors.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing, like, I didn't like Dynasty Warriors, but I loved Hyrule Warriors, but I'm not buying Fire Emblem Warriors.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Snipper Clips Plus, cut it out together. This is a new Snipper Clips. It's building off the old one with a bunch of new mechanics, new stages, new gameplay, and it's being sold as a brand new game. But if you have the original Snipper Clips, it's a $10 DLC, which I think is the best way they could have done it.
Big surprise, actually.
Yeah, I remember Snipper Clips did really well for the Switch. Right. It did that well to warrant not only a DLC but a re-release as a new game.
And as a physical copy now for this new one, which is interesting. Like a retail version.
I think I'll probably just stay digital, honestly.
No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it is kind of interesting.
That's
so
good on those developers, honestly. That was a small indie game that kind of blew up.
Yeah,
Fantastic game.
I even played it a few weeks ago with one of my friends that came over because I still haven't beaten a couple levels on it. So I was like, hey, what the heck, let's play. And then it was fun. So, I'm looking forward to it. $10, it seems like a nice price point to add on for the DLC. So,
yeah.
You can cut it out with friends plus.
Fong, talk about Morphy's Law.
What a name. What a name. I don't know. Looks cool. It's a shooting game. Third-person shooter. Seems to take place in, like, South America or something. I think the art style is interesting.
Yeah, it's all, like, skull-based, kind of like the Mexican skulls and whatnot.
Yeah,
that I thought was kind of weird. But...
And you're, like, shooting each other and getting bigger and stuff.
Well, that's the thing. When you shoot, if you shoot someone's head, your head gets bigger, and vice versa. So you can shoot your teeth.
I didn't even understand the game.
Yeah. So what happens is, like, let's say you want to get through a small little hole to sneak up on enemies. Basically, you would shoot me, or I would shoot you a bunch in, like, all parts of your body to make you smaller so you can get through places. The goal of the game is to attack your other player's totem. Those are the big versions of us on either side of the map. And basically by the end, whoever has the bigger totem, like, is the one that wins. But you also attack people's bodies, and attacking their bodies makes them bigger and smaller. Really interesting mechanic. Like, I was watching some gameplay and they made the guy's head too big. He couldn't fit through doors. Yeah. But again, awesome name.
I cannot see myself buying it.
Neither can I.
I don't even have a Switch, so I can't.
All right, moving right along then. Rocket League coming to Switch.
I mean, we've
looks
already
great.
Known about it. So.
Yeah, the Samus car looks cool.
Yeah.
All right, Arena Valor, Nintendo Switch MOBA. Why not Dota or LoL?
Well, let's be realistic here. League of Legends, Dota 2.
Let's just stop you right here. It's just MOBA stuff. Let's just keep going.
No. They would not work on the Switch.
Oh, yeah, no, it wouldn't work at all.
It is a PC game. So this is more in line with the like iPhone versions of MOBA stuff.
I just wonder who the guy is. Like, you know what? I'm going to make a MOBA for the Switch. That's what the Switch needs, a MOBA.
I mean, it's a genre a lot of people play.
Yeah, but go play League and Dota then. Like, it's better.
Well,
it's no Awesome Knots.
Like, do you really think the people who... Oh, Awesome Knots is great. Do you really think the people who are playing MOBAs, like, competitively are going to suddenly jump ship to the Switch?
Well, no, but
then what's the point of this? Is it like an entry-level MOBA, and then you go to the computer, realize, oh, everything I've been taught is a lie.
Well, here's the thing. It's a free-to-play game.
Oh, is it really?
It's like essentially like a phone game where you can, or like League of Legends or something, where you can pay money to then buy extra like skins or something that don't have an actual effect. It just looks cool.
Are you sure this is free to play? Or you're just assuming that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's free to play. I've seen a lot of things. I watched the direct. Like, it's free to play.
Okay.
That's literally what the thing said. So
I didn't see that part. That makes
that
it, that makes it a little more sense then. I didn't see that part.
But from that standpoint, it like I can see it being decent. I don't see it obviously like replacing League or something, but I see it being like a decent little MOBA to play like you'd play on your phone.
Are you gonna play it?
I could see it. I may try it just for kicks because it's free, but like I don't see myself actually spending time playing it. If I'm playing the Switch, I'm playing like actual Switch games. I can play League on my computer.
Okay.
But some people that don't play League or don't like that kind of stuff, this is more of an easier to pick up MOBA. Like
it just seemed like a really weird choice to me.
Well, I think if it's on here, it's easier to control than on your phone, because on your phone it gets too small. It's too compact kind of thing. Like I've tried MOBAs on the phone. They're not as good. But this could break that kind of middle ground in a sense. So I think it's got an audience. Not that big of an audience, but it's got an audience. So it's not bad. It's not as bad as everyone's making out to be. But yeah. That's all I'll say about that.
All right. Elder Scrolls, Skyrim coming to Switch. We've seen this like a zillion times. Looks really good. Mm-hmm. But then they surprised us with Doom and Wolfenstein 2 coming to the Switch.
Very surprising.
Didn't see this coming at all.
No, they literally said like you must like defeat the Nazis or whatever. Like in the video, it's like, wow, that's not a Nintendo thing.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of insane.
Now it is a Nintendo thing. I mean, it shows that Bethesda's got a lot of faith.
Yeah, then that's great. This is something we didn't see for the Wii U at all. So the fact that they're putting these kind of big first party titles on there, that's a big deal.
Which is ironic because it was then quoted by the CEO or whatever of the Pokemon company saying, well, we didn't believe the Switch would take off, so we didn't start developing anything for it. Did you literally see that?
Yeah, I saw that, and that pissed me off, honestly.
So I thought it was really funny how the Pokemon company didn't believe in it, yet Bethesda believed in it. It has been working on stuff.
Yeah, well, it shows you the Japanese developer mindset, honestly.
They are so stubborn, it's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, well, now they should be learning because they're raking in money hand over fist now, this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they've been forced into it, essentially.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit,
like it or not.
Oh shit, we're good again.
Yeah, quick. We threw out his name. Oh. I feel like that's literally what the people in Japan are doing. Trying to like get whatever.
Leon's asking any updates on Cuphead. No, Cuphead is owned by it's an indie game, but it's owned by Microsoft, so it's only going to be on Xbox and Microsoft computers.
Which we've talked about. It looks like a great game.
Oh yeah, I'd play that game in a heartbeat if it was on Switch or a Mac, but literally nothing I own will play that game, so I can't play it.
I may check it out. I don't know.
It looks amazing. It's gonna be fun. It's a hard ass platformer with some games. Comes out the end of this month, September 29th.
It's exactly a Ken type game.
It's exactly my type of game, but I can't play it. So well.
Unlucky.
Then they announced they're doing arcade archives. They're bringing like old arcade games that Nintendo used to make to the Switch, but it's
like
not
virtual console, but not
virtual console. I don't care about these at all. The one I cared about a little bit was Punch Out, because I remember playing the original arcade Punch Out, and that game is amazing.
Yeah, that game's pretty different.
Yeah, it's very, very different.
The only one I care about is actually the pinball, but
okay.
I don't know. I thought it was weird.
Again, I feel like it's weird that they're announcing these and not a full-on virtual console yet.
Right, because everyone's flipping out about that, and then they're still not having that.
Give us our GameCube virtual console, goddammit.
We'll give you anything. I mean, the whole thing
I will buy Mario Brothers 3 again if you put it on the virtual console on the Switch.
I think the whole thing is that they're not going to still announce anything because their whole online system is kind of up in the
they pushed that back to 2018, so.
Because I think that's just going to house everything. I think they're going to say, forget virtual console. It is just like the Xbox Game Pass thing, except Nintendo games. It's the Netflix of Nintendo games. Like, it's going to have all your games from all those systems. I really think that's it. It makes the most sense. Everyone does subscriber-based things right now.
They said they're doing as much.
Yeah, they announced that already.
Right.
Yeah,
but I'm saying like
you think they're not going to be any kind of virtual console at all. So there's going to be this option.
I think it defeats their point. I think
so. They're going to drive everyone to this online pass thing.
Correct.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I think that has to be it because they had to have announced the virtual console at this point if there was one. I think it is only this way, and that's it. I think they're not outright saying it yet because they haven't finalized what they're doing yet with the whole online subscription and whatnot, technically. But yeah. So
All right, makes sense. They showed off the Breath of the Wild champion amiibos, the 4 champions.
yeah, literally nothing else with Breath of the Wild DLC. But,
Yeah, these come out like in November, so I'm assuming the DLC will drop November or maybe like December too.
you know, now people are saying, "Oh, it might be pushed back till January."
I mean, if they have to push it back, I'm fine with that, just because this is the story DLC with an extra temple they promised.
Did you hear one of these? Who talked about it? Oh God. I think it was maybe even a Game Explain video. Someone was explaining. Well, yeah, someone was explaining their theory of
a game theory.
Yeah, no, their
God,
theory
even worse.
of what the DLC would be, and this whole like a playable memory instead of a cutscene, like it's actually like a thing, like.
Well, yeah, because we know that they showed up during
they
E3
existed in the past.
that yeah, we're gonna see the 4 champions, and the only way to actually interact with them would be to go back to the past. So
right, I don't know, the way they were describing it was pretty cool, but maybe it's just all that, I don't know, but it should be cool.
Thank you,
I'm excited.
Thank you, Lucky Fava Bean, for a 1-bit. What do you think of this haircut? Would you get a leopard print mohawk like this guy? I'm not clicking that link because I'm afraid.
I'm clicking it.
I
clicked it.
What is it?
It's a leopard print mohawk, just as advertised.
Oh. Is it good? Would you get it?
No.
Okay, no, that's the answer. But thank you, Lucky Fava Bean.
Thank you for your donation. We appreciate it.
The amiibo look good. I'm gonna buy them. But yeah, where's that DLC, yo? Then they went over NBA 2K18, WWE 2K18, FIFA 18, and Pokken Tournament DX. You know, all the big tournament games out there, all the esports.
The interesting controversy only being that NBA takes up a dedicated 5.7 gigabyte worth of system-only storage.
It won't let you save the memory card?
No, not for that one, apparently.
Why?
That's a bad precedence.
Yeah, yes, why?
Because of your save file and for future updates to rosters and things, apparently it needs that much just as dedicated for the future space allotted. Yet you could put the rest, which is like however many, on a memory card. It's really weird. I don't know why they did that. And if people actually read up on that, they probably won't buy the game.
Yeah, not buying that, definitely.
People say it runs pretty decently, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Project Octopath, Josh, you talked in the beginning of the show about that. It looks great. Looks phenomenal. 16-bit graphics on a 3D CG like landscape.
Seems great.
Beautiful. The ARMS.
Check it out.
Yep. The ARMS version 3.0 update. New character Lola Pop. She's an inflatable clown. So if you have an inflatable fetish on like 4chan, this is your girl.
Wow, there's like 3 new arms too.
Yep, bunch of new arms with her. You can remap all the controls now on the controller, which is a big deal actually, because some of the controls didn't make sense, but now you can fully map them the way you want, which is going to be broken come competitive time if someone finds out a really good way of mapping them. But I think it's a really smart move on their part. So I'm actually
Funchuck?
Yeah, the Funchuck.
That's a great name.
Dude, all the arms names and arms are really clever actually.
It's good timing with the clown with the It movie coming out.
I know, right? And American Horror Story being all clown based. Then we have Dragon Quest Builders. They had announced previously that Dragon Quest Builders 2 was coming to the Switch, but now we're getting a port of the first game as well. That's a super smart move on their part, honestly.
Right.
Great.
So if you like Minecraft and you like
Dragon Quest, this is your game.
Whatever.
Yeah, Dragon Quest. It's art style. Toriyama did it. Looks cool.
It's true.
They need a DBZ like DLC pack. I'd play that.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
No, definitely not.
There's been so many Dragon Quest games. That should have happened by now.
Yeah. Next, we finally got a name for that Kirby game we saw at E3. Kirby Star Allies.
Right.
Looks phenomenal.
I mean, honestly, looks like a more modern version of Crystal Shards. Like the first game since then, to have the fusion ability stuff again.
It doesn't look as in-depth as the Crystal Shards, because it's like, oh, Kirby has ice and a sword. It's an ice sword. Like, that's not really much of a reach. But then things like using wind and the bomb to make a hot air balloon to rise up. Like why they're not just not flying, I don't know, but
That's a good point. But I mean, it's another one of those promote a lot of co-op kind of play, or if you're by yourself, you can get NPCs or something with you.
yeah.
So
I just like the fact the NPCs, when you capture them, like they join you, they gain the hat that Kirby wears for their ability. So like when Kirby absorbs like beam, he gets like that kind of like that jester hat kind of thing.
Right.
That jester hat is not on the enemy when you suck him up, but now if he's your ally, he gets his jester hat. Kind of like they're getting like Kirby fight a little bit.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You see the swole DDD?
Yes.
That's the
What the
biggest
hell is that?
takeaway. Super buff DDD. The man's been working out apparently in his off time. I don't know, but that
Swinging
was
on a pole.
yeah, man.
Yeah, he's pole dancing. Gotta make those
Yeah.
dollars. Dollar bills.
That I think is pretty cool, but that's the only selling point of that game for me.
I love Kirby, so I'm gonna get it. And then if you guys come over, we can play 4-player.
But yeah.
Then there's like stuff like Lost Sphere, Sonic Forces, Resident Evil, LA Noire. LA Noire is a weird one. The fact that they're bringing that to Switch of all things.
Well, they are re-releasing that for Xbox One and PS4 as like a remastered edition thing. So the timing makes sense in that regard, but timing in general by them, like by Rockstar to release the game is kind of questionable because no one has cared about the game. So in general, from a company standpoint, I don't know. But yeah.
Do you know which Resident Evil game that is?
Revelations, I think.
That started as a 3DS game. Then they updated it, remade it for PS3.
That's
Now it's
right,
coming
they did.
Out on fucking Switch.
It might be Revelations 2 then, honestly.
No, they're doing both.
Oh, wow.
Even weirder.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, and then let's talk about the big one here, the one that was kind of like it mentioned in the direct announcement. Mario Odyssey. Fong, you can go first.
If I were to buy a Switch, it would be for this game, and this game alone.
Wow.
Not Zelda?
No, I don't. I'm not a big Zelda
Mario
person.
Kart?
Nah.
Mario and Rabbids?
That's not a
it's
system
okay.
seller either.
Smash Bros? Oh
That
my
could be a
god.
system seller. Well, that's rumored to be coming out in a year from now, but no official statement. But it makes sense because they have nothing lined up for holiday 2018. But
This game looks great.
it really does, actually. I mean,
It's
the more they
it's
show
fucking
it,
sprawling.
yeah. I mean, it's just good. I don't know.
There's so
Like
much
the
shit
more
to
I
do.
see it, the more I like it.
Yeah.
Everything about it is just amazing. I can gush about it. We got some new details, like Cappy is after his sister Tiara, who is Princess Peach's tiara, which it makes sense and whatnot.
Right.
So everyone thought like it was like, oh, that's his princess, and like how Peach is Mario's princess. No, it's his sister. So he's going after her, team up with Mario. We got a bunch of new like looks at the kingdoms, like official names of some of these kingdoms, like the Botan Kingdom, which is the Hat Kingdom. We got a world map, which is like
That world map kind of overlay thing was cool. It's like literally the globe, and you kind of just like fly around.
yeah. We saw like at one point they showed off a new kingdom, the Snow Kingdom of Shiveria, and we saw
People are like, wow, that's a lame name. But
the
yeah,
the Seaside Kingdom, where we got Bubblaine, which that entire kingdom looks like a Sunshine remake. With the water, and he picks up that soda jetpack and runs across the water just like the Flood.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
It looked more
the
lively
graphics
than,
look phenomenal
yeah.
at that part.
They hinted at, and they showed like a tropical island area, which they didn't give a name. It's like, oh, we have more worlds to come. They started showing.
I like how they said that and then showed off a swampy area. I'm like, why didn't you?
That's the tropical island.
That's a tropical island?
Yeah, it's sunset. The water that looks like that.
Oh, here's the dive move back. Forgot about that.
Yep. At one point they started showing how many moons there were per like level, and it's well over 50 or 60 moons per stage.
I thought it was 160 something. For one.
Per level?
That one world had 160 something moons.
I didn't see 160.
What?
Where'd you see 160? I'm like flipping through the video trying to like find. So they're on the Sand Kingdom and they start scrolling down, and there's 69. It says.
Where's that thing? Yeah, video uploaded the other day. At least 600 moons to collect in the game.
Where do you see? Was that from Nintendo?
Hold on. The power of math. Hold on.
No. I'm not saying in the game. I'm saying in a single level, Josh. Yes, it makes sense because here's the thing: if there's 69 moons in each of the worlds we've seen, they've announced like a shit ton of worlds. You can do the math and figure that out.
Right.
I'm saying per one stage though. Like back in like Sunshine, there was like 10 shine sprites per stage. This is 69 moons per stage.
Right.
That's a huge number. Am I wrong here? We have the Metro Kingdom, New Donk City. That's 1. Sand Kingdom, Tostarena. That's 2. Then we had the Luncheon Kingdom, Mount Volbano. That's 3. The Wooded Kingdom, the Steam Gardens. That's 4. Which is Steam, huh? The Cap Kingdom, Batanon. That's 5. The Cascade Kingdom, Fossil Falls. That's 6. Shiveria is 7. The tropical area is 8, and the seaside one is 9. So 9 times 69, what does that give us so far?
All right. Yeah.
Big number.
I thought I heard 160, but...
Well, 9 times 69... Here's the thing. If each one is 69, and we have 9 worlds so far, that's 621 moons so far.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
Holy
and I like how
moly.
then they're like, well...
It's not
there's
even as
still
many
more.
Pokemon as there are.
That's true, but they said there's still even more, so... Then it's like, well, you've shown like 1 million more now, so how many still are there? So I don't know.
It's gonna be a huge game, all right. We got shirtless Mario. Everyone loves shirtless Mario. He actually has nipples.
That's right.
Just like my dreams.
We got Dr. Mario, Painter Mario, Mario Maker Mario, just tons and tons of like throwbacks and costumes to old games.
See, they're just copying Breath of the Wild.
They kind of are. He's shirtless too.
Shirtless Link at the start of the game.
Yeah. You collect souvenirs and like
right.
stickers to customize your ship, which is the Odyssey.
I thought those kind of stickers and whatnot on the outside were kind of cool.
I did too, actually.
Like bumper stickers for your car. It's
Exactly.
Like the same kind of deal. So, pretty interesting.
It just looks phenomenal in so many ways.
And they showed off this whole snapshot feature with the camera.
the picture mode, yeah.
So you can literally like upload these pictures to like Facebook or Twitter or somehow send them directly to your phone, apparently, as they were mentioning or something.
Probably through the app.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe they just meant through Facebook and then you take it and save it on your phone. I don't know. But or because you can also then make it like your desktop wallpaper. Like that's how they were also selling it, to where you can kind of create it your own and put it as your own wallpaper on your computer, which pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. They looked really good too. They had filters.
They literally have filters on it. You can add like the little Odyssey logo if you want it or something. It was really interesting. You can even rotate it from vertical mode to horizontal mode, whatever.
Yeah.
You could have your phone as a background, as like a lock screen or something. Yeah.
Just so much stuff cram-packed in here.
He took over the damn M in Mario.
Yeah, I thought that was really bizarre. Yeah. But
there's a full-on Donkey Kong level, like old school Donkey Kong thing.
Right.
There's all
like
these
8-bit
these weird mini games, and they have Game & Watch logos on them.
Yeah, it's like
and there's
the whole thing's a throwback to like old Nintendo shit.
Right. It's kind of like these side quest things, like one per world or something. People were mentioning it, but
there's global leaderboards too, so you can like compete in mini games against your friends and whatnot.
Oh, so probably 4 of those or something.
There's like Painter Mario back from Mario Paint, Mario Maker Mario costumes. There's him in an ice climber parka.
Oh yeah, I really like that one.
There's one in him in a Straw Hat Luffy outfit, one in him in a chef outfit. There's a caveman Mario where he has a dry bone skull in his head.
Oh,
Oonga.
Just so much of, and of course he has like a top hat and like a wedding outfit too. They announced the amiibos, and they'll have an effect like the Peach amiibo and the wedding dress, and the 2 Bowser and Mario ones.
The Bowser one's broken. It literally gives you a hint to all the.
Yeah,
things.
we have to use Uncle Amiibo.
The heck?
Uncle
What?
Amiibo is what you scan the Amiibo on in the game.
Oh yeah, there's
He's
a character in the game.
He's that weird
Yeah,
little
right,
Roomba,
right.
and he's called Uncle Amiibo.
Right.
But yeah, again, there's not much more we can say. I want this game like yesterday. It looks fantastic.
Oh, that was when he was laying next to the T-Rex. That's what it was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they also have the Switch bundle,
Oh yeah, they come out with the Switch bundle, what it comes with.
which has the blood red Joy-Cons, not neon red,
Yeah,
just red.
which I like a lot more actually.
It comes with also a little carrying case thing with the Odyssey stuff on it, which looks cool. Obviously the whole system itself, but apparently in Japan only right now they're actually selling them. Going to be selling them separately, like separate Joy-Cons and stuff. Like, so if you only want the Joy-Cons, you apparently have to import them for now unless they release officially here.
They'll probably release them officially here later on.
People were disappointed there wasn't a Pro Controller for this game that was special, but they're pushing using the Joy-Cons for this game, where it looks like they're doing this theme of like games that are meant to be more hardcore gaming, really focused, whatever, are getting Pro Controllers, and games that you don't have to focus as much or emphasize the hand motions are getting Joy-Cons. So
That's very
you have
true.
like arms, you have arms that has it. You have now Odyssey, which looks like more like a pickup casual Joy-Con whatever with the Joy-Cons, and then you have like Splatoon with the Pro Controller. You have Xenoblade with the controller. So interesting kind of play that they're doing there. But yeah, so really cool.
Yeah. Fong, you have anything else you want to say about Mario Odyssey?
Looks cool.
Are you gonna buy a Switch for it? You can get the bundle.
I don't know. I'm tempted.
What's funny is that the bundle is the same price as if you bought everything a la carte.
So that
Like,
Oh, really?
usually-
Forget it then.
that makes
Usually a bundle like saves you something. So this is more like, hey, we've just kind of assembled them all for you, and some of them are exclusive. Here you go.
Wait, how much?
so-
How much is the bundle?
It's whatever it is if you add it all up. I don't remember off the top of my head now.
Is that counting buying the Joy-Con separately or together?
No, it's counted as the system, like buying the system. Like
Oh, okay.
that
oh, okay.
is the system's Joy-Cons. So
Gotcha.
it's the system, the carrying case, the Pro Controller, and the game itself as a digital code.
All right.
So
Well, I guess it's good if you want to like do it.
I guess, or just buy them all separately.
Mr.
So
Mr. Pan 17 says best part of Odyssey is the soundtrack. Calling it now. I just hope
Yeah.
I hope there's more songs besides that one
Right.
song because
They-
I
they-
love that song.
right, it's a great song, the One Up Girl song or whatever. But the problem is they played it again during this. They're only playing that one song. So
It's a big deal. It's the first Mario song with vocals.
no, it's fantastic. But like,
Let's do the.
I'm hoping they actually have other
Odyssey.
songs, but I'm afraid they don't. I'm afraid they're just other musical numbers, which they say are new music you've never heard in a game. But I think
it'd be great if each like area had like a song in like the theme of like, so in New Donk City it's like big city, big like old kind of like jazzy music and whatnot. That's how the song goes. How could it be if you went to like the sand area? It's more of like a Mexican sounding song or something like that
well, sure, but like I don't think it's gonna be as fleshed out.
with
As the
lyrics
one.
and all that.
Yeah, which depressing but expected. So I'm not gonna be disappointed. Essentially,
That's true. Honestly, but like One Up Girl is already a great song that I would be okay
oh,
with.
fantastic! I play it time to time. I just go back on YouTube and like dig it up. I'm like, play
Yep.
it for me.
Same here.
So sad that it's not on Spotify. Maybe it will be when the game actually
They
releases.
should they should totally release it. I would definitely buy that off iTunes.
So we shall hope.
Yeah. And that was the direct. It was a big 45-minute chunkster. Again, I think I gave it a B plus because a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of stuff was like, okay, that's cool. Like, wasn't like overwhelmed like E3 had us overwhelmed, but it was
Right.
good.
I mean, we knew what to expect generally. The surprises were surprises, but not like super big surprise. Like Snipper Clips is like, whoa, it's actually really cool, but like not like, oh my god, they won E3. Like that
Yeah,
kind of
like Doom-
instinctive reaction or something.
Like Doom and Wolfenstein. Like, it was more of like that we were surprised things are coming to the Switch more than
Right.
they were announced for the Switch. Like,
Right, like it's also like I'm not gonna buy Wolfenstein or Doom or whatever. I'm just excited that people
That-
have faith in the system and like
Exactly.
it's clearly growing and whatever. But for me, I'm not personally like ecstatic.
Yeah,
about
and
that.
we should mention these were only games for the 2017, a little bit into 2018 time period. We'll get a lot more after this year concludes.
Right. So I mean, the thing is, though, everyone's saying, what do they even have for 2018? They have Kirby, they have Yoshi, and that's it.
And,
So,
and probably Smash Bros.
well, that's the thing. Probably. So that's gonna
Okay.
be a big announcement if and when.
That's future us problems. Let's focus on Odyssey.
Yeah, that game will take me a while.
Yeah. All right.
Please.
The show is starting to run a little bit long now. So let's. Anything else you want to wrap things up with? Fong, anything else you want to talk about before we close up the show tonight?
Nothing really. I kind of don't want to get a Switch just for one game, though. That's the thing right now.
I think that's fair.
That's true.
Though
You get to-
here's my opinion. I think if you're gonna buy a Switch, if you're looking to buy a Switch, like I would say must-have games for the Switch right now, like system seller games worthy, and including like games announced for the end of this year. Odyssey, Zelda,
Yep.
and this one's a toss-up of like pick your one of these or pick a couple if you actually like all the genres. I'd say Xenoblade Chronicles 2 maybe if
Okay.
you like that or into that. Splatoon 2 if you're into that, or Mario Kart Deluxe. One of those three maybe, but Zelda, Mario, those are the big ones.
I would also throw on Mario and Rabbids. I feel like that's a system seller game. It's that good.
Really?
It's that good.
It does
I
look
don't think
interesting.
I don't think it's system seller, but I think it's good.
I think it's a game that we should support too, because that's Nintendo working with a third party in a way we've never seen before.
I mean, I bought it, so
Okay. No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm saying to the listening audience that is an
Right.
important game.
no, it is a game to consider. That's right.
Again, say what you want about all like the DX, like the Mario Kart Deluxe, the Pokken DX, all these like these remakes kind of coming out, but like these were important games for the Wii U that I think it's good. I think it's good that they're on Switch because the Switch audience will be much bigger than the Wii U's ever was.
Yeah, I didn't get a Wii U at all, so these would
Yeah,
all be
so-
new to me.
Exactly.
Right.
So you're probably more like a better audience for these than anyone else.
Yeah.
But I'm not usually the biggest fan of Zelda, and I always get stuck on all of them and whatever. This was a really different Zelda game. So if that's like your caution for it, like it was really good. Essentially, now looking at Odyssey, it's like a harder Odyssey. That's what it generally seems like.
Kind of. Did you beat Zelda, Josh?
No, I haven't gone back to it since like May or June or something because I got so busy, and I'm still so busy. So
God,
like
you're just like Jimmy.
I'm gonna get back to it. Like I want to. I bought the DLC. Like I bought the thing, so like I gotta play it.
Commit.
It's just a matter of when. I mean, right now my time when I'm free is like maybe I'll turn on Splatoon, like play that while it's fresh.
Yeah.
See, fresh.
I think
don't
Nintendo-
get hooked, stay off the hook. But yeah,
I think Nintendo also needs to realize that they need to stop making 3DS games. Like, it's cute that they're trying to keep the 3DS alive, and I appreciate them trying, but like, Switch.
well, they've got supply issues for the Switch, so I do understand from that point of let's not completely segregate half of our buyers.
Then they need to stop making 3DSs and 3DS games and increase production on Switch.
Well, part of it is apparently competing with the iPhones with their screens. And Apple's not slowing down. So
Well, no, yeah, definitely not. All right.
And the one final talking point I did want to mention, aside from Fong's hilarious other two things at the bottom of the list,
Oh yeah.
they are coming out with the SNES Classic still, and promise a lot of them, according to Reggie. And
Yeah,
whatever,
Reggie
but
said
also-
Reggie said don't buy from scammers online. Don't pay more than $90
well, not
or
scammers,
something.
Scalpers,
Same thing.
which are scam. But also,
Reggie's just mad he's not getting the money.
well,
I would be too.
I mean, I heard about all this stuff. It was like people were theorizing, like literally Reggie went to people in Japan or like talked to them over the phone, and we're like, "Are you guys realizing that we're missing out on so much money here?" Because in Japan, they probably are ignorant and stubborn and don't care. But I feel like he's a guy that would actually like be alert to this and be like, "Why aren't we doing this?"
He looks like a scalper.
But and now they're officially coming out with more NES Classics summer 2018.
Yeah, they're doing another line of them, which is awesome.
Which now I'm more enthusiastic about it.
Exactly.
I'm like maybe I'll buy both. I'm like, but so It's actually some good stuff. But then people are like, well, that might then be taken away from Switch production. I'm like, that shouldn't. But because they're totally different pieces of material.
Yeah, what kind of logic is that?
No, I thought it was actually
People are just worried that we're getting these emulators and not a virtual console yet, which I understand a little bit, but come on, guys.
I don't know. But I think it's exciting news still. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, anything else you guys want to talk about, or I think we should close out the show?
I don't know.
I'm good.
All right. Well, Fong, let me just say from everyone here at the JK Podcast, thank you so much for being our second guest on our show.
Everyone only being me and him, but yep.
Shh. Fong,
No problem.
Thank you.
Fong, you're highlighting things in the document.
Oh, that too.
Oh, yeah.
Fong's great. Yep.
So thank you for being on, Fong. Hopefully that you enjoyed it enough. I know we didn't have too many topics that you could weigh in on, but we were glad to have you here. This was an impromptu recording because we did the 3-star Dragon Ball Buddies earlier. Hey, let's have Fong on, see how this goes. So I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
Congrats on your big 5-0.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, 50 episodes. We've come such a long way in 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years.
Yep. Pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, and thank you to everyone in our live Twitch chat. You guys have been great tonight. Thank you to all our new subs and returning subs. And thank you to Lucky Fava Bean for that 1-bit donation, man. I hope you like that. I hope you like that haircut.
Every bit counts.
It does. All right. Thank you all so much for listening to the JK Podcast.
Thomas gave bits.
Oh, yeah. He gave it that. Oh, thank you. I forgot. I scrolled too far down.
Oh, because he's technically not more than the other 1,000, so he's not on the list.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Wait, I'm refreshing the page. That probably should have updated.
Oh,
should have been in 1001, Thomas.
Yeah.
Give that extra cent.
Yeah, no, Zord is still on top.
Oh,
Thomas, I'm sorry, because he's donated more now, I think, than Zord has.
That's weird, though, how they don't do most recent top one, where the most recent is the same. You'd think it would override it.
Yeah, you would
Or
think.
cumulative.
Yeah, it should be. It should be cumulative. Get on that Twitch.
Well, but thank you, Thomas.
Yes, thank you, Thomas. All right, thank you all so much for listening to the JK Podcast. Until next time, I've been Ken O'Connor.
I'm Josh Brandman.
I'm Fong.
We will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.